Hello, everybody. Welcome in, okay? If you are new here, my name is Kinny. I am a professional psychic medium, okay? Tarot reader, singer, songwriter, and professional witch and practitioner, okay? Today, okay, we're going to be getting into a Mercury in Scorpio reading. Make sure this is actually still happening. Hold on. Devin. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Let me see if this is actually still working. Because my connection is not connecting. You have TikTok on your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you open it real quick so I can see something?
Yeah.
Because my stuff is still red, so I just want to make sure that it's not where I'm at. So otherwise I'll move.
We were just down I should be doing
Okay. Let's see something real quick. Hey, say live. But let me see if people can hear me. Hello.
Oh, it's in my headphones.
Oh, you can hear me though? It sounds regular?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. You can get off this now. My bad. Thank you. I just wanted to know. Hi. I end up cutting that shit out. But with that being said, welcome y'all. Okay. So if you are here on the tube, thank you so much for giving me a thumbs up. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. And thank you for leaving a comment down below about what type of videos you want to see from me next. Okay. And also, yeah, it did just say that you joined right here. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. So today's reading has to do with Mercury being in the sign of Scorpio. Okay, so Mercury is going to be in Scorpio from today, October 6th, 2025 until October 29th. Okay, 2025. So essentially the entire month. Hi, Tala. Welcome in. Hi. I'm sorry. I've been moving, y'all. But we're talking about Mercury and Scorpio today. Okay, so this is going to be an elemental and a collective situation. Okay. We finna get into it. I know it might be an unstable connection. It's okay. But thank y'all for tapping the screen. It really, really helps with the energetic exchange. Okay. And if anyone is interested, we'll be doing personal readings for 20 today. My list is open. It has been 2.5 months. I know so much has happened since then. I'm happy to see you too, honey. And I hope that your travels have been very, very successful. We're going to get into it. Also, today is going to be the full moon. I'm going to do some full moon stuff on here later as well as on the tube. Okay. Thank y'all for tapping the screen. Of course. So we're going to see how Mercury and Scorpio is going to be affecting the collective first, and then we're going to reset and do how Mercury and Scorpio will be affecting the elements. Okay, so let's get into it. Collective. Let's see. So happy Mercury return to all the Scorpio Mercuries. Okay, and happy birthday to all the Libras and Scorpios who will be having their October birthdays. Okay, so when it comes down to it, okay, so collectively, Mercury and Scorpio, all right, bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius in reverse. Okay, so take this extra if you have an Aquarius moon. Okay, I have an Aquarius moon. Okay, yeah, but with that being said, this Mercury and Scorpio, you may feel as though there is a big push and pull on your emotions, your feelings. Okay, your communication with your mother could be significant because the moon is the planet of mothers and motherhood. And it's also my moon, so I'm thinking about this. New moon in Aquarius. Okay, bring love into the situation, but in reverse. So y'all may be thinking about where it is that you have placed love in places that aren't necessarily supposed to like fully be there. You know what I'm saying? You may think about situations that are lacking in love. Okay, you also may be really thinking and going into depth about how you feel about yourself, your body image. Okay, that could be super, super significant. I definitely think that this Mercury and Scorpio transit is going to highlight a lot of situations where you haven't been as loving towards yourself or towards others as maybe you could be or as you should be. Okay, so when it comes down to it, with that new moon in Aquarius, okay, but in reverse, this is definitely giving me Aquarius is a sign of invention, modern advances, okay, and technology and humanity. Its energy is a little brittle. It's individual, scientific even, and relatively emotionally detached, okay? So in regards to this, Aquarius is a sign of invention. So I definitely think that Mercury and Scorpio, y'all may be getting new ideas, okay? Trying to create something new for yourself. Morning, getting on your list. I don't know what the fuck going on. That's real, Amy. If anybody else is interested in getting personal readings today, readings are $20 here on live, okay? That would mean that Amy is first on the list. So yeah, Mercury and Scorpio, y'all might be getting better ideas, okay? You may be thinking about which ideas aren't working. Hi, D. Modern advances in technology, okay, and humanity. A lot of y'all may end up taking a break from social media, okay? And I also think collectively we're going to find out more about who people are, okay, through social media. That could be on a celebrity scale, it could be on a political scale, or that could literally be in your interpersonal relationships. Mercury and Scorpio, okay, with Scorpio being the sign of depth, okay, there is about to be a bunch of shit and secrets revealed, okay? I'm telling y'all, people going to be secret keeping, and shit is going to be revealed between October 6th and October 29th, okay? Particularly wherever, like, there's like a lack of love. So we may find out shit about other people's like relationships. This could be your life. You could be finding out shit about your parents. You could find out about, you know, parents and their relationships not necessarily working out, or you could find this, you know, for like yourself, okay? I do think that this would be a situation. Mercury and Scorpio may lead to some breakups, some separations, okay, and people actually having to like dig deep inside of themselves to think about what's going on. All right. Also with this humanity, we're going to find, I'm not going to lie, there could be some darkness or some depth that is like highlighted during this time, okay, in terms of like humanitarianism or lack thereof, okay. I see 321 right here. There's definitely this energy of people recognizing that they have been, if not like prejudiced, you know what I'm saying? People recognizing that they have been going through, like, they may not be having the best thought process about other people, okay? And I think that folks are going to be exposed, both in personal life as well as on a larger scale. Its energy is a little brittle, okay? Thank you for the tip, Amy. Amy is first on the list. I definitely feel like with this energy is a little brittle, okay? This eclipse, not this eclipse, I didn't even mean to say that. So y'all can still, we're also still reeling from the eclipses that we just fucking had. But Mercury and Scorpio is going to be a little rough, okay? Mercury and Scorpio may be a little rough because like Mercury doesn't do too well in Scorpio. It has a lot to do with like heaviness, depth, you know what I'm saying? But if you know, plan it and be moderated right, you know what I'm saying? Like you can really use this transit as a means to like grow and to essentially be fucking for real. You know what I'm saying? So with bring love into the situation, you're going to be recognizing where love is not there. Okay, you're going to be recognizing like partnerships that aren't like for real. You're going to be recognizing like relationships that aren't for real. Okay, it's individual, scientific even, and relatively emotionally detached. So yeah, a lot of y'all may be cutting people off. Okay, yeah, you may end up being a little like coarse in the way that you communicate with people. Okay, also I'm also hearing like when British people like don't be cross with me. Okay, so there might be this anger here. Okay, so people might be getting into it. Okay, and also you may end up like somebody may come and like put some facts in your face about something. Okay, so just know that relatively emotionally detached. Yeah, many people think Aquarius is a water sign. Okay, somebody could be trans, someone could be male to female trans. Okay, because it just came down on my Reddit. Okay, it says MTF, and they were questioning something. So yeah, somebody could be trans. It says many people think Aquarius is a water sign because the Aquarius symbol is the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign, and it's far more about intellect than the emotional water sign, as is this card, no matter when you draw it. Okay, so Mercury and Scorpio for this collective is definitely going to be one of those times where y'all are going to be logicalizing your emotions. Like y'all are about to be for real. The emotions are still going to be there, but y'all are actually going to be, I'm hearing belt to ass. Okay, so y'all please be careful about getting into like fights and things of that nature. Mercury and Scorpio can definitely lead to like disagreements, okay, or lead to people getting into it, okay. Also, some of y'all may end up like getting rid of shoes, okay. Shoes could be very, very significant. New shoes, okay, or getting rid of old shoes, okay. Y'all may be finally getting into your fall cleaning, or this could be a sign that y'all need to get into your fall cleaning, okay. Hi, Alexis. Yeah, I just feel as though dropping convention works well with this energy. So yeah, shit is definitely the same shit that y'all were going for, okay, earlier in this year. You can't go for that shit no more. All right, and whenever it comes down to it, y'all may recognize that some of your connections are unstable. Some of the people, the friends, people in your life are shaky. Okay, hi, hey Mika. Okay, certain things in y'all life is shaky. Okay, it says more pragmatism is going to be called for. All right, so yeah, y'all are going to have to be practical. You're going to have to really think about shit. All right, make sure that you're not fully like getting enveloped in your emotions. And the Mercury and Scorpio for the collective is going to really highlight like, damn, this motherfucker do not love me, or damn, like this is not friendship, like damn, like maybe I shouldn't be here, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations, and people may end up thinking that you're cold. This could be people acting coldly towards you, okay? But in reality, like, this is just a reality check. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. Okay, thinking outside the box will bring the solution. So yeah, y'all are going to be doing shit that you never thought. Okay, I would not be surprised if a bunch of surprising ass shit. Also, y'all, please be very careful with like candles, flames, okay, and things of that nature. Okay, y'all's magic is going to be extra magical. And I also feel like people have the wrong idea of y'all. I really feel like for this collective, you're recognizing that people may be playing on your top. I hear that. Okay, Canada could be significant, Toronto specifically. I'm also hearing Oxnard, California. That gives me the album Oxnard by Anderson .Paak. Okay, hi, hello Ariana, right as I'm carving my candle. Okay, yeah, they tell y'all to be careful about that because we're still in ecliptical energy, so just be very judicious about what it is that you're casting, because things can go from 0 to 1,000, which is why I've been slow on how I've been casting right now. Even for myself, I haven't casted no crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, also happy Hoodoo Heritage Month. Okay, we love to see it. Close practice. But yeah, y'all, improve your karma by doing some charitable work. You may also be recognizing that there could be somebody who's like taking their help away from you, or somebody who helps you with strings attached. Okay, y'all may be recognizing that somebody, hey twin, y'all could be recognizing that somebody has y'all fucked up, and somebody is only like doing something so that way they're seen better in the eyes of God, or that's some fucked up shit. But y'all may, like, y'all are gonna get to the nitty gritty. Y'all are getting to like the bottom of something when it comes down to people being fucking weird. Okay, volunteer work could be significant, helping other people out, but just make sure that you're not being taken advantage of. Okay, and you're recognizing that y'all need to be more detached from certain situations. Okay, explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. Okay, so a lot of y'all think that shit is happening because, you know, you don't have access to this, or you don't know this and that, and in reality a lot of that shit is happening because the people that you know in your life may need to fucking go. Okay, so when it comes down to Mercury being in Scorpio, okay, from October 6th to October 29th, okay, 2025, this transit for the collective is definitely like making shit seem. Cardi B could be significant. I hear somebody playing Cardi B outside. Okay, Cardi B could be very significant. She has a Scorpio Venus. Okay, that could be significant for somebody. Okay, someone could be a Libra Sun, an Aries Moon. The Moon is in Aries today. The full moon, I'm gonna be on here later doing some shit with that. Y'all can definitely check me out on the 2. Also, if y'all haven't already, the Libra season reading with all of the timestamps, okay, to all the signs, that's posted up too. But what I can tell y'all is yeah, y'all may end up like cutting some people off, falling out with some folks. I'm gonna pull that collectively, and then I'm gonna get started on the elements. Okay, let's see who this collective falling out. Ooh. Somebody could be 20, or you could have met somebody during 2020. Someone could have had COVID. Okay, black pepper. I'm staring at this black pepper right here that I use for my own protection. Okay, $1.25 tree could be significant. The word supreme could be significant. Someone could wear supreme. Okay, but y'all may be falling out with somebody. Okay, yeah. So when it comes down to it, yeah, this could be the outcome of like protection. You know what I'm saying? Who is this collective like falling out with? They say. It says the stone in reverse. This might be somebody who's not necessarily like solid. Me just looking at this off top, this is somebody who's not necessarily solid. This could be somebody who's like very jealous of like the stuff that you have on. This gives me somebody who's like eyeing your jewelry. Someone could have given you some jewelry. The name Ayana could be significant. Iris, okay, names that start with like an I sound, okay. Also the name Irina, which gives me Twilight, okay, the cousin, and she was on that bullshit, okay. Yeah, y'all could definitely be falling out with somebody who's like a snitch, okay, or somebody who's like not even say like a snitch, but somebody who just be telling your business, or somebody who like ratted you out about something. Okay, October 23rd could be very, very significant for this collective. Okay, that is definitely like Scorpio season. But with this could definitely be somebody that's just like not fucking solid. They don't have their priorities straight. This person do be jealous. This person may also have a lot to say about your spiritual practices and your spirituality. They may not enjoy that. They may not like that. Okay, so yeah, collective, I do think that this is about to be a time to where y'all recognizing certain situations where love is not there. Hey y'all, welcome in. Okay, hey. So yeah, we're finna start getting into the elements, y'all. So if y'all are new here, thank y'all so much for tapping the screen. It really, really helps with the energetic exchange. Okay, and thank y'all so much if you're on the tube. Thank you for the thumbs up. Okay, it's at tarotteawkinny. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new videos. Okay, just like this one's gonna be posted. But what I can tell y'all, we finna get into it. If anyone is interested in getting on the list for personal readings are $20 today. There is currently one person on the list. Okay, readings will be done at the end. Amy is the first and only person on the list, but if anybody else is looking for clarity, bless you. If anybody else is looking for clarity, We got it. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? So we're going to start with, we'll do water signs, okay? We're going to start with the water signs because, yeah, Mercury's in Scorpio, okay? So water signs. He said, do you do yes and no answer? I can. I can, but if anything, I would do a yes or no probably for 5. If you just wanted me like a quick yes or no with why, a quick 1, 2, 1, 2, I would do that. But so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. When it comes down to Mercury in Scorpio for water sign placements, okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, emphasis on Scorpio, okay, and really emphasis on Pisces since we just had them eclipses, but emphasis on Scorpio. Take this extra if you have your Mercury in a water sign, okay. Let's see what we can expect, okay. Let's see what we can expect. This is my Aries season deck, okay. So Mercury and Scorpio, okay, for water sign placements, okay. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, emphasis on the Scorpio, and then there's also a Pisces emphasis. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, I'm also thinking about how mutable things are. Okay, so Mercury and Scorpio for this collective, things are definitely changing, okay. Y'all are going to be experiencing changes, okay. The name Cali could be significant, okay. June 9th could be significant. Someone could be a Gemini here, okay. Somebody, ooh. 7 of Cups, okay. So this is also a Scorpionic card if I'm not mistaken, but for one, y'all's dreams are about to be dreaming, okay. So if you are a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placement person, especially if that's your Mercury, especially if that's your Mercury or your Mars even, you're going to be experiencing dreams, okay. Look up the spiritual meaning of snakes, okay. Snakes can be very, very significant for this collective, okay. Then I say changes, y'all are going to be changing, okay. Y'all are going to be feeling real mutable, even though this is a fixed sign situation. Y'all are going to be feeling very mutable. I definitely think that there's going to be some snakes highlighted to you. You're going to recognize good snake versus bad snake, okay. Garden snake versus viper, okay. Red Bull could be significant. The name Rebel could be significant. I was just talking about Rebel Wilson last night. Someone could be Australian. Rebel Wilson could be significant. Pitch Perfect, as well as not at the museum, the one where they went to the Common Raw one when they went to England, because I was just watching not at the museum last night, okay. So what I can tell y'all, okay, water signs, if your dreams have been, your dreams are going to be dreaming, okay. And I also think that y'all are going to be shedding an aspect of your communication that no longer works for you. Maybe y'all are used to being like a little, like, you know, covert. For some of y'all could even get into the shiesty shady vibes, you know what I'm saying. Y'all are used to being very covert, or maybe a little bit shiesty or shady with the way that y'all go about, you know, communicating, okay, or thinking. All right, but y'all also, this gives me networking as well. You're going to be meeting multiple people, but please understand that some people are not who they say that they are. I'm hearing everything is not what it seems when you can get what you want by the simplest of means. Water placements, you need to be very judicious, okay. Jamila, I am Jamila could be very, very significant because her stuff is popping up right here, okay. So she's also a Gemini. So yeah, a lot of y'all with everything is not what it seems, you need to be very, very judicious with how you practice, okay. I want water signs to think twice before they're casting something. Definitely y'all need to like pull on that shit or divine on that shit, throw, you know what I'm saying, do some sort of divination, all right, because some of y'all may experience some sort of like magical backfire because your intention may not be right. But you have to understand that Scorpio energy amplifies magic, it amplifies intention. So even if you're not sitting there casting type shit, this could be something that you're manifesting. Water sign placements during Mercury and Scorpio, you need to be very judicious about what it is that you are saying, what you're speaking, what you're casting upon yourself and others, okay, because this can very much so air into like the shady shiesty vibe. But this is also y'all having options, networking, but recognize that not everybody is what they seem. Okay, not everybody is what they seem, especially if there's a Gemini. Okay, there is a Gemini that's going to be like showing themselves to you, or you're going to recognize that somebody is on that bullshit. Okay, yeah. And also, yeah, y'all, somebody, this one snake drinking out this cup like this or sitting on top of this cup, this gives me Ella Enchanted. Okay, you remember Ella Enchanted where the snake was sitting there and was sniffing like the poison or whatever the case may be, he was trying to get him. Okay, the name Elsie could be significant. It also gives me that also gives me fucking Elsie off of Princess Diaries. Okay, remember she was the she was like Scottish and she was like the newscaster. Okay, so like I'm telling y'all, there's somebody in your business. Okay, be careful about who it is that you're sharing your business with, who it is that you're communicating with, and the types of shit that you're saying. Your dreams could be snitching on people because there's definitely somebody who's in your business. You also may have somebody shiesty that has like feelings for you, or there might be somebody that you have feelings for that is not necessarily like the one. Okay, I'm also hearing he could be the one, he could be the one, He could be the one. Hannah Montana, okay? And Miley Cyrus is a Sagittarius, okay? So, yeah, y'all, that Gemini Sag energy, You also may be figuring something out. Somebody could be a Sagittarius, because we have Sagittarius season right after Scorpio season, okay? So somebody, you're going to be finding out that somebody is a little, you know what I'm saying? Come on, Hannah Montana, absolutely, okay? Somebody could be from Montana, someone could be from Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, so the stone here, barite, okay, the name Barry could be significant, okay, but the stone barite could be significant, B-A-R-I-T-E. Y'all could also be getting new stones, okay? This is also y'all recognizing that y'all have more options available to you than you think, but this, I'm telling y'all, some of these are not the best. Okay, so one of these is going to be a very transformational option, and one of these could definitely be something that like has like bad luck written on it. So y'all need to be very judicious not to get too like, you know, floaty with shit. Okay, so temptation might be hiding around the corner as you navigate your chosen path during Mercury and Scorpio. Okay, so that is temptation. Y'all definitely, please be careful. This could also be with like serial dating. This could deal with like cheating, infidelity. Okay, this could definitely do with the idea of you thinking that. It also could do with like over drinking, over smoking, heavy on the drinking. Be careful about that. Okay, and y'all need to watch y'all glasses and watch y'all cups casually, even outside of like a reading. You know what I'm saying? But temptation might be hiding around the corner as you navigate your chosen path. Okay, y'all gonna be trying some new shit, figuring out some new shit, transforming. Distractions draw your attention away from your heart-centered work underneath Mercury and Scorpio. Okay, so y'all could be feeling really, really distracted with all this other shit. It's too much going on, and there's certain shit and people that you don't need to be around. Okay, distraction by Kaylani could be significant. Okay, Kaylani is a Pisces moon and a Cancer rising. Okay, do me a favor, pick me up, take me out later. Don't worry about no paper, 'cause I got mine stacked up for nights like this. Okay, so yeah, this could be you being like, this could be y'all, if y'all are single, this is y'all recognizing that like certain people are kind of getting in the way of what it is that you like gotta do. This might be y'all dating, casually dating. This might be y'all running around with folks, but this is snaky energy, especially if somebody is a Gemini here, or even a Sagittarius, but that Gemini came up a lot, okay? Pick me up, take me out later. Don't worry about no paper, because I got mine stacked up for nights like this, okay? I definitely like, period. Come on, cleansing the venues. Okay? That could be significant for y'all. Y'all definitely need to make sure that you are staying cleansed and protected, y'all, because there are people who are like wanting your goodies. Okay? My Goodies by Sierra. Goodies by Sierra could be significant. She's also a Scorpio. Okay? My goodies. My goodies. My goodies. Not my goodies. They ate that, okay? So that can be very, very significant. But definitely people are after your goodies. But some people are on that weird, like, predatory energy, or just like, they're like, ooh, like, I want, okay? So you need to, like, be very judicious. Keep yourself cleansed and protected. And there might be some people that you're dating just to distract yourself from some real shit. So that's really what this is about. Y'all need to be for real, okay? And also, y'all may need to recognize who you're spending your money on and what for. You need to focus on getting your own personal money and shit like that, right? And these people are distractions, okay? Or you could be a distraction for somebody else. In this moment, it's easy to find yourself torn between authenticity and self-sabotage, okay? So Mercury and Scorpio is going to be transforming who you are as a person. It's going to ask you if you have been realistic or if you have been for real about who it is that you are. Remove yourself from the fog and observe as objectively as possible. So didn't I say you're gonna have to be for real? Okay, shit is going to feel super like dreamy and sexy and shit like that. You're gonna have to let that shit go. Okay, y'all gonna have to remove yourself from the fog. Like I said, be careful about how much you're smoking and drinking. Okay, you may feel really called to smoke. This is water signs: Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Emphasis on the Scorpio and then emphasis on Pisces. Yeah, y'all, remove yourself from the fog. Make sure you're not doing too much drinking, too much smoking, too much fucking, too much dating, none of that. Okay, and make sure that you just got yourself together. Okay. It says, does this feel true to my purpose, my goals and dreams? Okay, so that's what y'all need to be asking yourself during this transit, okay? Does this feel true to my purpose, my goals, and my dreams? Okay, does this person feel like I need them around? Does this job, does this habit, you know what I'm saying, is it helping me get to where I need to? Where do I need clarity to remove, distill, and continue? Y'all, dip y'all ass in that bath, okay? This is a cleansing bath. Okay, this is cleansing and clarifying. This is tea tree oil. This is peppermint. This is hyssop. Okay, this is cleansing energy. This is vinegar. Okay, if that applies. Okay, this is salt. Okay, this is water. All right, for some of y'all this is sage if that applies to you. Where do I need clarity to remove, distill, and continue? Also, that distill gives me liquor. It gives me drinking. Also, distilled water could be significant, okay? Y'all need to make sure, like, what it is that y'all are drinking. Like, you know, also make sure that you're staying hydrated, and make sure that if you have any vitamin-based deficiencies, I'm not a doctor. That could be something that you need to get checked out, or if you know that you need to take your iron or take your B12 or whatever the case may be, take that shit, okay? So yeah, barite could be significant. Discernment, awareness, and divine will. So y'all's discernment is going to get a lot clearer. Your discernment is being tested underneath Mercury and Scorpio. Okay, a popular pick caught your eye. Okay, so I'm telling y'all, there might be some people from the past trying to like take another round at you, try to get another shot. Okay, there's people. I'm also hearing, hit me with your best shot. It was that Pat Benatar. Come on and hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. There's people who are like watching y'all, like essentially like on praying. Essentially, it's like, you know, the song "Pray" by The Neighborhood could be significant. Okay, Leo energy. But yeah, y'all becoming more aware, and y'all also recognizing that you have free will and you need to use it for good. Okay, the song "Maps" by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs is significant, which also gives me "Hold Up" by Beyonce, because she sampled that song. Okay, Maps by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Okay, also Guitar Hero and Rock Band are significant. Okay, Maps, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. There might be some people who you've distanced yourself from, people who have moved, people who are at a distance from you, okay, who are on that shit, okay, and they're trying to get you, stop you from moving the fuck on, okay. Yeah, it says a buffet pile high with your favorite food. Y'all can also be eating, like I said, be careful of overindulge. Y'all can be having fun, but don't don't do too much. Don't do too much. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do too much, okay? So I'm finna pull one of these cards. Who are y'all becoming during Mercury in Scorpio before I move forward, okay, to the fire signs, okay? But thank y'all for tapping the screen. Let's see. Who are water signs becoming? Or actually, I feel like that's exactly who y'all becoming. Instead of that, I'm going to ask who is very significant for this collective during Mercury and Scorpio. Ooh, there it is. That's a better question. I think that y'all are going to be asking better questions. Okay, y'all are coming up out of some sort of fog. Okay, y'all got number 2. Okay, there's like 70 something. It's like 78 cards in this. Y'all got number 2 in the sideways. Okay, so what I can tell y'all in terms of who is significant for during Mercury and Scorpio. Okay, this person could have very strong second house placements. Could be a Taurus. Could be somebody who is, for some else, could be a mom, a mother figure. For some else, it has to do with like money, finances, your belongings. Okay, pit bulls could be significant. Okay, yeah. This definitely has to do with like money and finances. So there's somebody where your money and your finances are tied up between, you know what I'm saying? It literally says the father. I didn't even recognize that. It says the father on the card. Okay, so for some of y'all's dad could be very, very significant. A father figure, or a very masculine mother figure could be very, very significant for this collective during Mercury being in Scorpio. Okay, so yeah, y'all's daddy. Okay, your parents, particularly your father, okay, could be very, very significant, especially if they have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Taurus placements, okay? So when it comes down to the father and it being sideways, it says, read poems about the father, okay? Sharon Olds, His Stillness, William Blake's Little Boy Lost. Y'all could definitely be doing a lot of reading, okay? Or in terms of like who this person is, that's very significant. Somebody could be very like learned, or they try to portray themselves as very learned. Okay, iron spikes could be significant, all right? You could definitely be writing poetry, okay, about a father, all right? You could be like creating, writing songs, things of that nature, okay? Or just like looking into maybe your own like father's like past work and things of that nature. But I strongly feel as though things are being illuminated in regards to a dad or father figure, or like your dad's side of the family, okay? So your father is very, very significant during, which makes sense for like depth and like, look, at some of y'all could be finding your father. Okay, it says the great father, the masculine, and the protector. And so maybe some of y'all didn't have a great father. Maybe some of y'all's daddy was not. You know what I'm saying? It could have to do with your baby daddy. It could have to do with you as a father. This could have to do with your father, okay? Or somebody who's in that energy. Somebody who wants to be in that protector, masculine energy, okay? So Saturn devouring his son by both Peter Paul Rubens and Francisco Goya. Okay, so yeah. Planet Saturn. Okay, Saturn is still retrograde right now in the sign of Pisces. So that could definitely be very, very significant. Some of y'all Saturn return is bringing up all this shit as well. Okay, so pay attention to Saturn and the Saturn transits. Okay, and where your Saturn is. All right, underneath this time. But y'all, a father figure is definitely significant here. Okay, y'all could definitely have Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces, Aries placements, regardless, or that could be your father figure. The name Peter, the name Paul, the name Ruben or Rubens, the name Francisco, and the name Goya, as well as the brand Goya. Also robbing Peter to pay Paul. Okay, someone could have been very like religious. Okay, whatever the case may be, it could have to do with somebody who's real shysty about money. Okay, so that is who is very, very significant. Also, wind turbines can be significant. The name Lily, which also gives me Baps. Okay, I want to watch Baps now. As well as the fact of someone could also be on some Libra shit. Okay. So yeah, there's a father figure or a masculine energy here. Y'all could be doing some more digging or research into a father figure. But yeah. So when it comes down to it, okay, water signs, that is what I have for y'all. I'm finna move forward, but thank y'all for tapping the screen, okay? And if you're here on the tube, thank y'all for that thumbs up, that like, okay, that notification bell, that subscribe. I love the clicky, okay? And thank y'all for leaving comments down below about which readings y'all want to see from me. I definitely have an animal reading I need to do, as well as a reading about the moon phases I was asked about, as well as a reading about what type of magic, okay? If anyone is interested in getting on my list for personals, okay, readings are $20 today. There's currently one person on the list, and my list is open. We're going to move forward into the fire sign, folks, okay? Because right after water is fire, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Aries, Leo, Sag placement, people. Aries, Leo, Sag placement. Take this extra if this is your Mercury, okay? Aries, Leo, Sag, or your Mars as well. Emphasis on the Aries, okay, and emphasis on the Sag, but really emphasis on the Aries, okay? Take that extra if that is your Mercury, okay? So when it comes down to it, I definitely think that fire signs, Mercury and Scorpio, could definitely be a funny time. Y'all could definitely be catching up with people, okay? Catching up with people that you haven't talked to in a while. You could definitely be joking, hanging out with friends, okay? Things of that nature. The name Diamond could be significant, okay? I'm looking at these diamond matches, okay? I'm also hearing match tricks, match sticks. This also gives me Sinners. The movie Sinners could be significant. Y'all could definitely be recognizing the ties between movies and real life. Y'all could be getting into it. Y'all could be like cinephiles, okay, in terms of those people who really like movies. That's kind of like the actual term for it. Okay, y'all also may be recognizing what type of shit that you do want to watch and don't want to watch. There's certain shit that you probably should stop engaging in, or content that you should probably stop engaging in, you know what I'm saying? And I think that this could also have to do with like your family and your family structure. You could have grown up watching certain shit, but now that you're older, you're like, you know what, I really don't like that shit, okay? Like, I really don't like that shit. The name Diamond, okay, or even Diamond's the stone. Moissanite could be significant, okay? Yeah, G-Eazy could be significant. I don't know what his other sign is, but yeah, y'all, yeah. Harry Potter could be significant, okay? Dragons could be significant, okay? Potter House could be significant. Pottermore, okay? Orange calcite and carnelian. Y'all could definitely be doing some sacral chakra shit, okay, which makes sense for Mercury and Scorpio, okay? But I definitely think that there's going to be a lot more thinking about things that you necessarily would want to, okay? What can fire sign placements expect? Ooh, well, that'll do it. This one is on the floor, so on the floor, take it times 4, okay? On the floor, take it more. Whatever the case may be, y'all, big shit. This is larger than the water sign energy that just came up, okay? So what y'all can expect is a major fucking completion, okay? Take this extra. It's also because today is the full moon in Aries, okay? So fire sign placements, you're shutting that shit down, okay? The world, period. Yay. Okay, fire sign placements, Aries, Leo, Sag, okay? Emphasis on the Aries and then emphasis on the Sag. Mercury and Scorpio from October 6th to October 29th, 2025 is going to be a time where y'all are finally closing down a cycle. You're closing down a chapter, entering into a new book, okay? Scorpio is a sign of transformation. It is death. It is endings. You know what I'm saying? So with number 21, someone could be 21 or the 21st of the month, October 21st, is going to be the switch over, or like the last day of Libra season switching. And also it's going to be the new moon in Libra. So they're always trying to restrict my visibility, like so I'm gonna tell y'all this: somebody could be restricting y'all's visibility, okay? Or like you may not feel like you're as seen right now, and a lot of that has to do with like the fact of Y'all are being like watched, okay? Y'all are being watched by a number of people who may be like on that bullshit. People could be trying to like snitch on y'all or like rat y'all out or like whatever the case may be. Like there's definitely people who are gonna try to like joke and be buddy with y'all, okay? But Mercury and Scorpio can be a very shady time. It can be a very shicey time, and people are being like, people are lying or like being shisty, and they get exposed, you know what I'm saying? And so it doesn't have to be, but I do feel as though y'all finally like put like closing the door on somebody or something, especially if this has to do with evil eye, watching eyes. Some of y'all can recognize that you don't want to be in like the spotlight. Some of y'all recognizing that you don't necessarily want to be in the public eye, okay? Or y'all recognizing who is being shisty, who's being shady around y'all, okay? Also, animals are incredibly significant. Please pay attention to what animals are popping up for this collective, okay, during Mercury in Scorpio. All right, because definitely is all eyes on you. Y'all receiving a bunch of evil eye, okay? Y'all receiving a lot of watching eyes, monitoring spirits. It feels more like monitoring spirits than evil eyes. It could be like fans, it could be people watching your work, or like whatever the case may be, or watching you work, okay? So please be careful, y'all. I definitely do sense that there are folks looking at you, okay? But what I can say here, the astrological transits are this transit is deeply affecting you. Not even just Mercury and Scorpio, but the full moon in Aries today, the new moon in Libra on the 21st, okay? Bears, owls, snakes, okay? And rabbits could be significant, bunnies, okay? Conejos, okay? I'm not scared of lions and tigers and birds, but I'm scared of loving you. I'm not scared to perform that so kind of fair, but I'm scared of. Am I the only one who thinks it's an impossible task? Why you do less? Is that too much to ask? Why do we love when love seems to hate us? Ew. Well, I hadn't heard this since high school. Lions, Tigers, and Bears by Jasmine Sullivan, who is an Aries, could be very, very significant. Y'all may be recognizing where you're scared in love and relationships, you know what I'm saying? Y'all may be recognizing like y'all are shutting the door on something, okay? But there's definitely, I really advise y'all to up y'all's protection, okay? Because people are watching y'all, okay? I really feel like y'all also could be dealing with stage fright, recognizing why you're afraid to be seen, okay? Being for real about why you're afraid to be seen and closing that chapter and moving on to something else, okay? But yeah, big changes, big changes, okay? Yeah, also Scorpio season is going to be very significant for this collective as well. Kenny Sullivan, thank you. Soda light could be very, very significant for this collective, okay? So fire signs, y'all may want to work with soda light, okay? Bluestone, different than lapis lazuli, but they look similar, okay? Intellectualism, completion, and trust, okay? So yeah, during Mercury and Scorpio, y'all are going to be getting deeper into like media, getting deeper into music, art, okay? And having more intellectual conversation. This is about maturing. This is recognizing all the shit that you've come through, the people, the conversations, the thought processes, okay? And closing them off to start something new. Okay, so this is y'all having intellectual conversations. This is y'all completing a cycle, and this is y'all trusting both in the universe as well as closing your circle off from people that you don't trust, okay? Crash Into You by Beyonce could be significant. And also Close to You by Rihanna could be significant, okay? For fire signs, okay? Fire signs, you find yourselves in the liminal space that is the end of the beginning and the beginning of the end. Okay, so yeah, y'all are closing some shit off, okay? You're about to go into a new chapter after Mercury and Scorpio. Y'all are starting something new during Mercury and Scorpio. You're never going to be the same again, okay? As the Fool, we've completed our journey, okay? So yeah, y'all are really like going through, y'all could be doing a lot of thinking about the past, like your childhood to now. Okay, so y'all could be writing a book or writing poetry, art, creating content, whatever the case may be that really has to do with your life. As the Fool, we've completed our journey. Lessons have been learned. Hardship has presented itself and we've persevered, period. So y'all are growing the fuck up, fire signs, okay? Y'all are recognizing what everything was for, okay? Whatever the hardships that you were presenting, okay, y'all pushed through this shit and things are going to be getting easier before the end of, or at least by the end of Mercury and Scorpio. Okay, the edge of one universe is a portal into the next. Some of y'all could definitely also be getting pregnant, giving birth, or finding out that somebody is pregnant or gave birth. Take a resonate, sleep what doesn't. Okay, y'all could also be like essentially like going through the dimensions. Like y'all could be breaking through the fourth wall. You know what I'm saying? And like going into the 4D and the 5D. Okay, so also some of y'all shroomy doomies could be significant. This could be a confirmation. I'm not advising them. I'm just telling y'all some of y'all could be taking that trip. Please do your prayers, divination, and research before getting into anything like that. I'm not advising it. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm crying. It says the edge of one universe is a portal into the next. Okay, fencing could be significant. Also gives me Wednesday, okay? Feel pride in all the work you've done and humbly take a step through to become the full once again. Okay, so yeah, y'all about to be a beginner at something. Okay, which is okay. Y'all like y'all done what you needed to do. This could be graduation of some kind. Okay, feel pride. Also, cosmetology school could be sitting. I'm hearing beauty school dropout. Y'all, some of y'all recognizing that something ain't for you. Okay, feel pride in all the work that you've done, fire signs, and humbly take a step through to become the full once again. Y'all are being humbled by the things that you learned. Only this time seasoned with all you just learned. Okay, so yeah, y'all are seasoned in something. Excuse me. And that's y'all can also be cooking a lot more. Okay, y'all could be learning, getting deeper. Okay, like into cooking, chess, crafting, doing something new. Okay, you're ready. You're deserving. Okay, you are radiantly, magically human. Okay, so yeah, I really feel like y'all could also be feeling the works of magic that either you've done for yourself or someone has done for y'all, coming out. Okay, and you're going to. I'm hearing, almost hearing, I'm coming out. I want the world to know, got to let it show. Coming. So I'm coming out by Diana Ross. She's in Aries as well. So heavy on that Aries. I highly suggest y'all get deeper into that full moon Aries vibe, which I'm going to be posting more about today. Don't worry. Okay. It says Fade Into You by Mazzy Star. Okay. Y'all could have Aquarius placements, but yeah, honestly and truly, y'all recognizing like where things have been, where you have been giving too much of your power to other people. Collective reading with the concert. I'm here for it. You love to see it. It says polished wood floors in a new suitcase. Okay, so y'all could be moving. Fire sign placements, y'all could be moving. Okay, y'all could definitely either be doing renovations in your home. You could be moving. Okay, y'all could be traveling. Okay, polished wood floors in a new suitcase. This gives me events. This gives me fancy places. This gives me or a move. Okay, or traveling. All right, so this is things coming into alignment. Okay, yeah, Mercury and Scorpio shit is coming into alignment for y'all. Okay, this is y'all belonging. This is y'all being in community. Take this extra. We have Leo placements as well. Anyway, alignment, belonging, and community. Y'all could be finding like your friends, solidifying a friendship group. Okay, a community that you belong to, a neighborhood. Okay. The band The Neighborhood can be significant. Okay, this is you recognizing where it is that you belong. Okay, and recognizing what all the signs and symbols have meant. All right, so fire signs, I'm gonna pull who is significant, who's going to be super significant during Mercury in Scorpio for fire signs. Okay, before I move into earth signs. Oops, here we go. Oh, y'all got the bardo. Okay, so if originally I thought it said the barrio. Okay, so that could be significant. This could be somebody in el barrio, okay, in the neighborhood. All right, this could be somebody in your community that could be very, very, very significant for y'all. It could be a community leader or somebody who lives near you or is a part of a similar community as you're in. Okay, and with the number, with the Roman numeral L, what is that? 50. I feel like it is. Okay, so when it comes down to it, y'all got the bardo, okay, but y'all got it sideways. Okay, I picked both these up. Y'all could definitely have watched the fire sign reading. Okay, so some of y'all could work with like death. Okay, some of y'all could work with La Santa Muerte. Okay, she could be very, very significant for this collective. Okay, y'all could definitely be receiving. This person could be sending you evil eye. Okay, you could be recognizing that there is a community of people that could be sending you evil eye. Particularly y'all, these are people from the fucking past. That's why you're shutting down this fucking cycle, recognizing, okay, y'all have gone through a transformation. People could definitely be holding you to the person that you used to be. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of past people, past bodies, exes, okay, old friends, okay, that are still like thinking about you and sending you energy. And because Mercury and Scorpio, you may be finding shit out about them, or they could be coming back trying to say, so I'm not advising y'all to interact with these people, not at all, that's up to y'all, but I am saying that they might be coming the fuck back. Oh, I put my necklace on backwards. It's hooked wrong. That could be very significant. Okay, anyway, so yeah, y'all, the name Iris could be significant. Okay, someone could be Irish, which once again gives me Sinners. The movie Sinners could be very significant for y'all, very spooky, scary. Okay, so the liminal, the in-between, and the transition. Okay, the liminal, the in-between, and the transition. Okay, so when it comes down to this, also the Olympics and Olympic Cup, someone could be an athlete. Okay, that could be very, very significant. Someone could be an Olympian. Okay, because this is a large collective of people who will see this in the future. But whatever the case may be, this could also be like someone could be an English teacher, okay, or like a school teacher in some type of way, professor. This could also give me, Punnett squares. This could be someone that you're related to, okay, like family members you don't talk to no more. For others of y'all, this has to do with like people that you share similarities with, or you share closeness and space with. Okay, there's something overlapping here. So when the veil between this life and the next is thin, energy is stirred, okay? This allows for remarkable healing and vision. So what I can tell y'all, people who are significant, y'all could also be really communicating with passed on people. Some of y'all could be mediums and be recognizing that you have the gift of mediumship. Y'all could be talking to your ancestors, ancestral veneration, okay? It could be very, very significant here. But mind you, it's fucking October, which means that during Scorpio season, as we get closer to Halloween, the veil is literally thinning. That's the whole reason Halloween is celebrated in the first place. It is the time of year where the veil between the two worlds is thin, okay? And normally y'all may not have the most stable connection, but Scorpio anything increases the connection, increases that thinner veil, okay? Or rather it decreases the veil itself. So right now, in terms of who it is that y'all are going to be like communicating with, the name Renee could be significant, okay? And TV shows could be significant. It says Renee's TV. So yeah, y'all could definitely be communicating, or like the people that are significant could be passed on people, okay? Spirits, I mean, keep your protection on lock, okay? It's got also to do with the ancestors, passed on folks. It could be athletes, people in your community. When the veil between this life and the next is thin, energy is stirred. So yeah, it's going to be old people, okay, living and passed on, that are going to be communicating with y'all. This allows for remarkable healing and vision. So that's the thing. These past people are coming back up in order for you to really see what's going on, as well as for you to heal. So you could be having visions, dreams, and shit like that of these past people. Someone could be Tibetan, okay, the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Some of y'all could really be devotees of La Santa Muerte, okay, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, okay, Lament of the Dead by James Hillman and Sonu Shamdasani, okay. The name James, the name Hillman also gives me Hillman, okay, University, okay. So a different world could be very, very significant. It could be people that you went to college with, y'all, okay? HBCUs could be significant. The name Sonu, the name Shamdasani could be significant, okay? The Life of Pi could be significant, both the book as well as the movie, okay? So yeah, fire signs, that is what I have for y'all, okay? Thank y'all for tapping that screen if you're here on the TikTok, okay? Thank y'all so much for hitting that thumbs up, okay? Subscribe button, notification bell if you're on the tube, at tarotteawkinny, okay? I posted my Libra season reading on there. I posted, there's a hella stuff on there, y'all. So if I'm not on here giving readings and you want to know what the fuck going on, check me out over there. But yeah, y'all, if anyone is interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, readings are $20, and there's currently one person on the list, which is Amy. So y'all will be second on the list. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into earth sign placements, which is naturally after fire sign energy. So earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. When it comes down to Mercury being in a Scorpio, let's see, been waking up with headaches every morning lately. It's a lot going on in the sky for real. And that Aries moon is also that head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a lot going on. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, emphasis on the Taurus and emphasis on the Virgo. Emphasis on the Taurus because that is a sister sign / opposite to Scorpio, and emphasis on the Virgo because Mercury is very much so rules over Virgo and Gemini. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, emphasis on the Taurus and emphasis on the Virgo. Let's see what is going on for y'all, okay? So things could definitely start to get clearer for this collective, even things could start to get clearer for you, but maybe it's kind of like heavy, okay? So yeah, y'all are definitely becoming more thoughtful, okay? Y'all are definitely thinking a lot more. Y'all could be becoming very thoughtful. Hi, Taylor. Y'all could be becoming more thoughtful thinkers, okay? I'm looking at this black pepper as well. So a lot of y'all definitely need to be like protecting yourself, protecting your words, protecting your community, okay? Pit bulls could be significant. Look up the spiritual meaning. I definitely think that you're questioning people's loyalty. The name loyalty could be significant, okay? Fluorite could be very significant, okay? I'm also hearing barite. That also came from the fire sign reading. Fluorite, the stone, could be very, very significant, especially if you have Capricorn placements. But I definitely think that y'all could be getting a lot more organized, okay? Y'all are becoming a lot more thoughtful, and I also think that y'all could be getting deeper into a routine. It's going to be easier for y'all to fall into some sort of routine with your day-to-day life when Mercury is in Scorpio. Y'all could definitely be trying new shit in terms of your protection, okay? Working with iron could be significant. Metal, okay? Mars-based things could be significant, okay? Y'all could also be hearing lots of like story. You're getting into like legends, tales, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like your sleep schedule could be a little altered, okay? May end up being even more night owls than normal, okay? The Astros, the Houston Astros could be significant. So for earth signs, okay, it would make sense that y'all get a fucking earth card, okay? Y'all got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Number 71. So it could be 71 could have to do with like a grandparent or an elder in your life, okay? Someone could have been 17. You could have a child, okay? You could have a brother, sister. This could also have to do with 1971. This could also have to do with 2017, okay? or someone that you met in like high school, the year that you graduated. I graduated in 2017 and I started college in 2017. So when it comes down to what y'all can expect, there's something about like time, okay? There's something about people, like a timeline that's like trying to shift or change, okay? With Eight of Pentacles in reverse, you're recognizing that you've been working really, really fucking hard at something to like build a home or build a whatever, and it's not fucking working, okay? So yeah, you see y'all getting like a reality check about something, but like this is y'all feeling like your hard work isn't paying off, and y'all be recognizing that you're giving a bunch of energy to somebody. Look up the spiritual meaning of beavers, okay? Look up the spiritual, it also gives me leave it to beaver. The spiritual meaning of beavers could be very, very significant for this collective. I could be seeing beavers. Okay, you could be in a part of the world that got beavers, okay? I don't think we got beavers down here. I need to look that up. Anyway, the idea of like trying to build a dam. Y'all could be trying to stop something to no avail. It might be something that you tried to stop from happening, and there's nothing that you can do for it to stop happening, okay? There's nothing that you can do for it to stop happening, okay? Be careful of like messes and spills. Y'all could also be going to like therapy, okay? Y'all could be getting like psychiatric appointments done, therapy. The name Nathan could be significant. I mean to watch out for somebody named Nathan, okay? Nathan could be trying to plot and scheme. Nathan, Nathaniel, okay? Nat, Nate, ooh, that makes sense. Now, also, the name Chalet could be significant, okay? Someone could be a musician, okay? Also, the trees could be very, very significant, okay? Which makes sense. So, okay, so look up the spiritual meaning of trees. Y'all could definitely be needing to communicate with the trees around you or take care of the trees around you, okay? There could definitely be somebody who's, like, on some weird shit, though, okay? The name Nathaniel or Nate could be very, very weird. It also gives me what? Nate off of Insecure. That's a character, Insecure. So, yeah, y'all, there's something about... this gives me like a home wrecking in one way or another, okay? Not even just romantically, but just like somebody bothering your motherfucking space, okay? So what y'all can expect, okay, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, okay? You're in the zone for self-improvement, okay? You may be recognizing that something that you were doing was not working, and you may need to like stop something, you know what I'm saying, in order for you to pick something else up that makes more sense. So yeah, y'all are in the zone for self-improvement during Mercury and Scorpio, okay, earth signs, okay? Now, Mercury and Scorpio from October 6th to October 29th is the time to invest in those daily practices. What the fuck did I say? Now is the time to invest in those daily practices that will prove your investment in yourself. So y'all got to get your shit together for you. Y'all's routines have been fucked up. Didn't I say y'all are going to do better at like your daily routines, okay? Whether that's spiritually, your sleep schedule. Okay, so yeah, this is a time of self-improvement where y'all finna lock in order to like home build or in order to like get something done. But there's something y'all been trying to stop from happening that can't stop from happening. Now Ben saying I need this, okay? That's real. You're in the zone for self-improvement from October 6th to October 29th. Okay, now is the time to invest in the daily practices that will prove your investment in yourself. Okay, so y'all need to choose you. Y'all need to get your skincare routine, your hair care routine together. Okay, some of y'all, if this is about like your nails, if this is about, you know what I'm saying, like whatever you got going on, that's what needs to be done. Okay, something that you normally would be in. Okay, somebody could be Chamorro, someone could be from Guam, someone could be from the Philippines, okay? Separate cultures, but someone could be from like the islands, okay? Yeah, that could be significant. A checklist, not perfectionism, is your best friend. So yeah, y'all are locking in, okay? This is solid. Earth signs are Mercury and Scorpio, especially Taurus and especially Virgo. Y'all are going to be locking in, especially because we just had that eclipse. So Mercury and Scorpio is just helping you to become essentially obsessed with what you need to do, okay, in that manner, okay? Definitely, y'all, keep your shit to yourself. There might be some self-improvement that you don't need to tell other people about because people could be sending you evil eye, okay? That could be very, very significant. Y'all may end up with, like, new jewelry as well. But y'all are making checklists, okay? I'm also hearing he's making a list. He's checking it twice. Looking to see if you're naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. We're in the holidays. We're going to be in the holidays, okay? So that could definitely be Christmas shopping or planning out what it is that you want to do. You're getting your shit together so you can have a good Christmas or a good holiday season or make some sort of trips, okay? Y'all also may be falling out with the best friend, or you may be feeling like you and a best friend are not really like lining up like that, okay? So yeah. And honestly, it could be people who like kind of like think that you're perfect or like project that you think that way. Okay, so citrine could be very, very significant for this collective. If you've been working with citrine, you may end up changing it. Okay, this might be a time for you to put your citrine down. Okay, because with this, like, y'all are kind of like y'all are kind of working on limited energy, okay? Y'all are feeling like unhappy and pessimistic, okay? And please watch out for that during Mercury and Scorpio, for feeling unhappy, feeling pessimistic, okay? And feeling drained. So y'all need to get y'all's daily routines together, your morning routine, your night routine, okay? Food, all that, okay? The song Work Bitch by Britney Spears could be significant, okay? But this might be a pause. You may end up actually slowing down on how much you are working in your job or in your craft or whatever the case may be. You may be slowing that up in order for you to recognize that you don't have your regular day-to-day shit together, okay? It says shaved wood. Okay, some of y'all be careful when it comes down to like wood cutting and things of that nature, like whittling. That could be very, very significant. All right, also gives me pencils. Okay, y'all may like take a break from all the shit that you've been doing in order for you to get your, you know, your regular day-to-day shit together, or like the checklist that you need to do. Okay, yeah, be careful about like tables and shit like that as well. Like furniture could be breaking. Okay, there could be some furniture, some wood that's not too sturdy. Okay, but you already knew that. So if you know there's like a bed or a chair or a table that's not given, okay, be careful with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see who is significant for Earth sign placements. That was pretty straightforward. Okay, who is significant for Earth sign placements? Okay, and also it's having me do this like the little test thing. Okay, let's see. Y'all also need to be very, very like judicious about like scams and things of that nature. Okay, be very judicious about like scam. It could be somebody trying to play y'all, somebody trying to scam y'all. Okay, so y'all may be dealing with people who are suspicious. Okay, when it comes down to it, y'all got number 39, the temple. All right, sideways. All right, y'all got the temple sideways. Y'all could definitely be getting deeper into y'all spiritual practices, getting back into your spiritual routine. Okay, hi Kai, how are you? My bad, I gotta crack my back. Well, I don't gotta crack my back. You also may need to stop that too. Okay, if that is significant for you. Okay, hey. So, Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, who's significant during this Mercury and Scorpio transit? There could definitely be somebody to where this person could have really messed with your root chakras. Could be somebody, something foundational, something that's been around for a while. Okay, so people that are significant, it's gonna have to do with people in your church, in your temple. Okay, in the belief system that you're in. Okay, you may be recognizing that there's like a certain person. For some of y'all, it could be a reader. For some of y'all, it could be a practitioner. For some of y'all, it could be a priest, a pastor, a rabbi, whatever the case may be. There could be something, or for some of y'all, it could have to do with like a mother, a grandmother, okay, a parent who put you deeply into like your religion or whatever the case may be. Okay, yeah. I'm also hearing, hold on, what's it say? Hot take, people are normalizing neglect. That's what came down on my lemonade. Hot take, people are normalizing neglect. So this is somebody who has normalized neglect. These are people who normalize neglecting you. Okay, so this could be somebody not doing what it is that they're supposed to do for you. Okay, there's something like that, y'all. Okay, but you'll know. Yeah, there's somebody who's been neglecting you. Okay, especially in like a religious or spiritual manner. Okay. Yeah, it says the temple, but sideways. Okay, the sanctuary, the shrine, and the altar, but sideways. Okay, it also gives me sitting sideways. Okay, Houston, Texas could be significant. But yeah, y'all could be going through it in terms of like, this person could have to do with somewhere. This could have to do with like, this could have to do with like a deity for some of y'all, someone that you worship, okay, or pray to. For others, y'all, it's got to do with like your ancestors, okay. But this feels like religious. This feels spiritual. This feels like something in that spirituality, metaphysical, okay, esoteric sector. Okay, the sanctuary, the shrine. Some of y'all are having issues with your church. Some of y'all are having issues with your temple, with your shrine. Okay, some of y'all are having issues with like who it is you pray to. Also gives me the song Altar by Kehlani. Okay, Blue Water Road by Kehlani could be very, very significant. Kehlani is a Taurus. Okay, so some of y'all could take this extra if you have Taurus placements. Okay, yeah. It definitely says, I really feel like this has a lot to do with like who you pray to. Okay, so y'all could be having some interesting instructions from deities, okay, ancestors, okay, some new shit. The ancient yogis saw the body itself as interesting instructions from deities, okay, ancestors, okay, some new shit. The ancient yogis saw the body itself as the temple. My bad. Hold on. I have got a phone call, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear me again. What I can say for this collective is that some of y'all This person could be into yoga, okay, or like bodily fitness. Someone could be an athlete. The ancient yogis saw the body itself as the temple, okay, every function and feature of it as an expression of divinity, okay. Build a shrine with found materials. Don't spend any money, only time. So yeah, y'all are going to be working with them ancestors. This gives y'all getting a deeper relationship with your religion, a deeper relationship with your ancestors, with deities, with guides, whoever it is that you work with and work for, whoever, I don't know. Okay, but whatever the case may be, this is y'all getting deeper into your spiritual practice. So the people who are significant, this has to do with a deity that you pray to, ancestors, guides, got to do with God. Okay, the ancient yogis saw the body itself as the temple, every function and feature of it as an expression of divinity. Build a shrine with found materials. So yeah, y'all could be building an altar. Don't spend any money, only time. Yeah, y'all are getting back to the basics when it comes down to your spirituality. Okay, y'all could also be, like I said, taking better care of your actual physical body as a temple, doing what it is that you need to do. Okay, the song Adorned by Miguel could also be very, very significant. Okay, Maslow's pyramid, Maslow's hierarchy could be very, very significant for this collective. Okay, hold on. The pyramid, Maslow's hierarchy could be very, very significant for this collective. Okay, hold on. Okay. So yeah, y'all. Y'all's spiritual beliefs could be very, very significant, okay? And the person or people or ancestors that you pray to, that's significant, okay? So that's what I have for earth signs. We're going to get into air signs last, okay? Because that's how this went. So before I get into them, thank y'all so much to the earth signs. Thank you for tapping the screen. It really, really helps. I appreciate it. And if you're here on the tube, thank you for the thumbs up, the like, okay? The subscribe button, leaving comments, and hitting the notification bell at tarotteawkinny. We're going to go ahead and get into the last but not least group, okay? These are Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, okay? Air sign placements. But if anyone's interested in getting a personal reading done on live, readings are $20 today. There's currently one person on my list. You'll be after Amy. So yeah, we'll do that at the end after the air sign readings. But Aquarius, Libra, Gemini placements, okay? Take this extra if that is your Mercury or your Mars, okay? But Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, okay? Emphasis on the Gemini, okay? The affirmation says, I am attracting my ideal life, period. Emphasis on the Aquarius and emphasis on the Gemini, okay? So yeah, y'all are attracting the life that you want during Mercury and Scorpio, okay? So Mercury and Scorpio, especially if you are a Gemini or an Aquarius, okay? Because Scorpio is fixed. This is one of those times, okay? 11-11, y'all. Make a wish. Not 11-11 during the air sign reading. Make a wish, y'all. Okay. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini placements. When it comes down to Mercury being in Scorpio, y'all could definitely be having some wishes made. Y'all feel very, very connected, okay? Hi, Amire, okay? Y'all could be feeling very, very connected, okay? Y'all, this is a very potent time. Y'all's magic is magicking, okay? Air sign people, when it comes down to Mercury and Scorpio, y'all could definitely feel very, very connected to the divine, okay? The name Kim could be significant. Someone could be in pageantry. That gives me, oh my gosh, what is the name of that show with Kim? Kim of Queens, okay? The TV show Kim of Queens could be significant. Pottery could be significant, okay? And poetry could be significant for this collective. I definitely think that y'all will also be finding new friends, okay? 4 Cups in reverse, okay? When I tell y'all that underneath Mercury and Scorpio, shit is going to be revealed to y'all. This is a Cancer card, like Cancer. Y'all be watching the water sign reading. But what I can tell y'all for air sign placements, y'all, something is going to be made very clear to y'all. Y'all be recognizing some underhanded behavior or recognizing that something's been going on beneath the scenes. It gives me as above, so below, which I think this card mentions in this deck, okay? As above, so below. The number 39 could be significant. Someone could be 39. November 11th and November 12th could be very, very significant, all right? I also think that y'all could be doing work on y'all's posture. That's separate. But Mercury and Scorpio, y'all are also feeling very connected to the way that the moon is moving, as well as Mars. Okay, Mars is currently in Scorpio. Pay attention to that. But we're going to, today we have the full moon in Aries, okay, October 6th, 2025. And on the 21st, okay, of October, we're going to be having that new moon in Libra. So yeah, y'all are going to be very affected by that new moon. Okay, they're going to be connected in tandem. Okay, but yeah, y'all could be recognizing something about yourself. Okay, you could be recognizing how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your friends, how you feel about your sexuality. That could also be very, very significant here. But things are being made very, very clear to you. Okay, things are being made very, very clear to this collective. Okay, I'm hearing, so don't be afraid. Okay, y'all could definitely be having connections with like higher level deities. I'm seeing a seraphim, like the be not afraid. Y'all may be very afraid. Okay, but this is like the idea to where y'all are uncovering gifts. Okay, y'all recognizing that you have more gifts available to you. Okay, air signs. Okay, especially Gemini and especially Aquarius. Okay, so Topaz also gives me the artist Topaz Jones. Topaz Jones could be significant. I'm not sure what his zodiac sign is or what their zodiac sign is. Okay, Topaz also gives me whenever, like, you remember like the crystal trolls, we used to have like little troll dolls, like they had their own like universe, you know what I'm saying? And like you can go online and play with them. Y'all could definitely be like visiting old like sites, old games, doing old shit, playing a DS. Okay, like the old DS. Okay, not your Switch. Okay, but fire, passion, and laser focus. But this is in reverse. So this is y'all kind of like cooling off. Okay, this thing's being kind of watery. Okay, rather than fiery. Okay, so this could be like more emotions than you bargained for. Okay, this is you recognizing things about how you feel about physicality, sex, sexuality. Okay, passion. All right, and this is also the idea of recognizing things about who or what you're passionate about. And this is you recognizing where you've been putting way too much focus. Okay, it says I can't get no satisfaction by the Rolling Stone. So Rolling Stone magazine could be significant. Y'all could definitely be, some of y'all could be celebrities and like looking at things about yourself in the news. For others, y'all also gives me push me and then just touch me so I can get my satisfaction. Okay, so y'all, some of y'all have been going very robotically about love, relationships, or about like sex. Okay, dating, things of that nature. You're going to be recognizing why that is, okay, and doing some healing where things are being revealed to you, and you're going to be focusing on what Spirit has been trying to tell you. Okay, you're going to recognize why you're not happy. You're going to recognize why you don't feel fiery about this person, thing, place, job. You're going to recognize why you can't focus on something, why you don't feel passionate. And it says dirty sheets in reverse. Okay, so some of y'all may need to be getting into that laundry, getting into keeping your shit clear, but this could also be you thinking about the past. People who have like done you dirty, cheated on you. Maybe you were the cheater. Maybe you did somebody dirty. But this is y'all coming to terms about like somebody's dirty laundry. Dirty Laundry by Kelly Rowland could be significant. Y'all could definitely be thinking about like your past. This could also be people admitting, either you admitting like jealousy or somebody else admitting like jealousy or admitting how they feel. It's a lot. This is shit being revealed for this collective, okay? So Mercury and Scorpio for air signs. Air signs, stop hiding during Mercury and Scorpio, okay? From October 6th to October 29th, stop hiding. You're ready to open up and be vulnerable again. So this is y'all like recognizing, okay? Y'all could be thinking about past trauma, trigger warning. Y'all could be thinking about like abusive relationships and things that you've been through, okay? People having you fucked up. You're ready to open up and be vulnerable again during this time, okay? Avoiding, especially if this has to do with like a mom or mother figure, okay? This is a Cancerian card. Avoiding hardship also means avoiding the beautiful and spectacular experiences the world has to offer. So yeah, y'all can't avoid, like y'all are finally recognizing and dealing with something, okay? Especially if it has to do with like friends, relationships, okay, people. Avoiding hardship also means avoiding the beautiful and spectacular experiences the world has to offer. That also gives me, y'all may pay attention to the fire sign reading, okay? Be scared and excited at once, okay? Take a risk. So yeah, y'all are going to be taking some type of risk during Mercury and Scorpio, okay? And something that you don't know if it's going to work out, but it's going to be a good idea, okay? So there's definitely some secrets being revealed, though. Definitely some underhanded. There could also be somebody, like, confessing their feelings for y'all, okay? So when it comes down to it, who is significant during this transit? Who is significant for air sign people? You got the one in reverse. I was singing Hannah Montana during, I think, the collective, okay? Or one of these, look. Okay, the one in reverse, number 30. Hannah Montana could be very significant. Y'all the only ones who got their shit reversed. Everybody else had theirs. So air sign, y'all situation may feel real different than the other signs, okay, in terms of like the people. Okay, the people. All right, you may be recognizing that somebody is not the one, okay? So this person, you recognize that somebody was not who you thought that they were. Somebody is not who you thought that they were, okay? So with number 30, okay, someone could be 30, okay, October 30th could be significant. That's the day after this, or not the day after the transit ends, but yeah, it is the day after this transit ends, and that's also Halloween Eve, okay? So yeah, y'all, Halloween could be really, really significant for this collective as well. With this being the one, okay, it says non-duality. It says one love, and it says unus mundus. That gives me Mundungus Fletcher off of Harry Potter. Okay, so be careful. Y'all may, somebody could be like sneaky. Somebody could be like a thief, a pickpocket. Okay, so y'all may be recognizing that somebody's on that bullshit. It could be a friend, or somebody's like shiesty, trying to like, you know, I don't know. So yeah, you may recognize that somebody is like a thief. Somebody is not the one. They're not the person that's supposed to be around you. Okay, so this is non-duality, one love, and unus mundus. Whoever this might be somebody who like portrays themselves as like the one, like they're, you know what I'm saying, like they just, it's one love. Okay, somebody could be Jamaican. Okay, somebody could speak Latin or Pig Latin, which is a dead language. Someone could be a part of a culture that has a dead language. Okay, yeah, someone could be Latin American. Whatever the case may be, it also gives me estamos en el mundo donde somos uno por la música. If you can't believe it, you know we can pick it. Right there, I'm standing away. That's Amigas Cheetahs, okay, from Cheetah Girls 2. Someone could be Spanish, like from Spain. Someone could be in Spain, whatever the case may be. Cheetahs in general, look up the spiritual meaning. Yeah. Everyone in these cards has animals in them but yours. Okay, so yeah, y'all could definitely be changing how you perceive animals as well. There could be an animal acting strangely. Hi, Zaria. Yeah, y'all. So yeah, this is the idea of ignores, omits, and excludes. Okay, so I definitely feel as though whoever this is somebody that either you ignore or they ignore you. There could be somebody who like lies by omission. Somebody do not, and I feel like the astrology of right now is going to be exposing this person. Okay, somebody's true intentions are going to be exposed to you. Okay, so this could be you ignoring somebody, someone that you currently ignore, or they ignore you. There's somebody who lies by omission and they purposely don't tell you shit, or you purposely don't tell things to this person. And also this could have to do with like someone that you have excluded or someone that excludes you. You're going to be recognizing that somebody is not your fucking friend. Okay, somebody is not your fucking friend. Yeah. Somebody acts very high and mighty, or very, not high, but they act very like, yeah, like, I'm chosen. But they really aren't. The name James could be significant, okay? James Terrell is The Color Inside. The poem Self-Portrait by David White. The name James, the name Terrell. Okay, also gives me The Terrell Show. Okay, the color blue, someone's favorite color could be blue. Okay, someone could be a poet. Someone could have taking self-portraits or painting self-portraits. The name David, the name White could be significant. Also gives me David off of Scandal. Okay? So yeah, y'all, there could be somebody who's very like shifty when it comes down to like their morals and values, and like they want to seem very high and mighty, but like in reality they're in shit for themselves. Like, it's weird. Okay, so y'all know who this is, but somebody is lying. Somebody is not necessarily supposed to be around you. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a client with that name. See, confirmation. Okay, I definitely feel as though things are coming full circle. Okay, but this is something that like you're recognizing someone is in like a cycle with. Okay, this person could definitely be like someone who you shared fashion with, or someone who's very deep into fashion or clothing. Okay, that could be significant. All right, donating clothing, you could have received clothing from this person. Okay, or been giving clothing to this person, whatever the case may be. Okay. But yes, air signs, that is what I have for y'all. But thank y'all so much for tapping the screen. Thank y'all for giving me a thumbs up. Thank y'all for hitting that subscribe button, the notification bell, okay? That's what I have for y'all. But thank y'all so much for tapping the screen. Thank y'all for giving me a thumbs up. Thank y'all for hitting that subscribe button, the notification bell, okay? I'm finna go ahead and get into personals. If anyone is interested in getting a personal reading, y'all will be second on the list because Amy is first up. Amy, let me know what your question is, okay? Yeah. So readings are $20 today. My list is indeed open, okay? We're going to go ahead and see what is going on. Amy. Let's see. Finna get into it. Tapping in. Archangel Michael. Divine Archangel. 11:22 on the clock for you, Amy. Okay, tapping in. Archangel Michael. Divine Archangel. Please be here now in regards to Amy. No malefic spirits. No trickster spirits welcome in this space whatsoever. Oh. Oh. Confirmation, okay? That was crazy, resonating with parts of all elements. Thanks, Kinny. You're welcome. Thank y'all so much. Let's see. Overreacting a little. It says, respectfully, what the fuck going on and what the fuck did I do to deserve it? Okay, so here's the thing. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse right here and the Hermit in reverse. Okay, you're still experiencing the eclipse. So that Hermit in reverse, that's that Virgo, okay? So wherever that Virgo is in your chart, that's probably the area that shit is going haywire in, okay? But respectfully, what the fuck going on, and what the fuck did I do to deserve it? Okay, the answer is nothing. Tala, you're going to be next on the list. I got you. Tala is second on the list, okay? I'm gonna fight that moon. No, yeah, this eclipse was not to be played with. I don't know about y'all. Actually, I do know about y'all. I'm hearing this reading. Okay, but yeah, also an Aries moon, indeed. So when it comes down to this Ace of Swords in reverse, what the fuck is going on? This is you like literally having to cut people off. Okay, this is like cutting people off. This is like getting cussed out or cussing people out at 11:23 on the clock. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3. This is a brand new beginning. This Ace of Swords, okay, in reverse. This is also not the time for you to be going on like no shroomy doomy trip. Okay, this is for you, Amy. Okay, not the time for you to be experimenting with like the psychedelics as of right now. But this is a transformation, a spiritual transformation that spirit is making you do without the substances. Okay, so what's going on right now with this Hermit in reverse? This has to do with that Virgo eclipse. For sure. And there's that moon right there. This has to do with that solar eclipse in Virgo that happened on the 21st. Okay, and your chart is definitely kind of like, it's tearing you up a little bit. Okay, which is why spirit has been kind of like, you know, you gotta let her get up. Okay, yeah. It's about gliding through challenges with grace. Okay, we encourage you to read the swords with an open mind so that you may harvest the lessons fully rather than fear the obstacles inherent to living one's life. So they're trying to make you smarter. They're trying to make you think about things differently, and they don't want you to rely on certain shit. So this could also be you falling out with a Virgo. You could have fell out with a Virgo, okay? You could have fell out with somebody in a healthcare profession. Virgo deals with doctors, the medical field, okay? Things of that nature. So what's going on right now is spirit is trying to reorganize your life and trying to bring you out of hermit mode and put you somewhere you're supposed to be. It's a bird that wants to come, but it won't. So that, excuse me. Yeah, there's something that wants to happen, you know what I'm saying? But like it hasn't, you know what I'm saying? Okay. The number 8 could be very, very significant, all right? And also this has to do with like 8th house transits for you, whatever's in your 8th house, as well as the fact that we're getting deeper into like Scorpio energy. They also want you to focus more on like workouts and health. Taylor Swift reacts to rumors she'll stop making music from Cosmopolitan. This came down from my Snapchat, okay? So also I'm hearing Rumor Mill by Anne Marie. And I definitely think that this could be like about rumors. This could be the idea of like tales of like stop making music. There's something that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it, you know? There's something that you're supposed to be doing and you're not doing it, and that eclipse is like, all right, we've given her enough time to tell her to start posting this or start saying this or start working here and start doing that. Okay, so the Ace of Swords, okay, it says, are you hanging on to something that no longer works just because change is scary? So that's why you're experiencing this. That's what you did, okay, is you've been holding on to some shit that spirit has told you time and time again to let go of, okay? Grass, it smells like grass because the windows are open, so somebody could be outside mowing some grass, okay? That could be very, very significant. All right, look up the spiritual meaning of grass, all right? There could be something that you need to do that you have not been doing, and the eclipse was like, girl, you know, so you're hanging on to something that no longer works just because change is scary. And the eclipse, that Virgo, that mutable eclipse, is literally about change, and it's mutable earth. So it's changes in your finances, changes in your physical body, changes in your daily routine, changes in things that are tangible. Okay, sunflowers could also be very, very significant. Okay, this is happening in order for you to put yourself out there. What's going on is you have to put yourself out there. You have to develop your solar plexus. You have to become more confident. Okay, something about getting your toes done could be significant, or maintaining your feet, which are your connection to spirit, connection to the earth. When the time comes to cut away the excess and you refuse, you are turning your sword against yourself. So that's what it is, Amy. There was excess that had to be cut away and you didn't do it. Like spirit likely told you through myself and to yourself, through your dreams and everything. They probably gave you a million signs to let something go. Just got a pedicure yesterday, period. The name Buck could be significant. The TV show The OA, that also gives me the Dancing Dolls, DD4L. Okay, Bring It could be significant. Also my Deer Pick a Card reading, which y'all know comes up all the fucking time. I don't know what that's about, but deer is obviously very significant to this collective all the time. Okay, is this going on the Tubi? Yes, y'all. We getting our Wi-Fi set up, and then I can do more downloading of my. It takes forever when you do it off of Wi-Fi. Okay. Sophia Umoja could be significant. Okay, October 4th could have been very, very significant. Okay, what was that? 2 days ago. I got to get ready for therapy. That I just talked about therapy when it came down to I'm not sure which zodiac sign it is, but yes, this will be posted. When the time comes to cut away the excess and you refuse, Amy, you are turning your sword against yourself. So Spirit, what's happening is that you betrayed yourself by not listening to them when they told you something had to go. Okay, remember, letting go of what no longer serves you, dot, dot, dot. There's literally an ellipses in here. Remember, letting go of what no longer serves you, ellipses, serves you. Okay, so they're telling you that you were not serving yourself, like you weren't listening. It's especially like, you know, lying to yourself, being delusional, not cutting off something that just wasn't working. Basil and cilantro could be significant. I have the cilantro gene, so it tastes like soap to me. And there's something that, you know, maybe you weren't perceiving the way that other people perceive it. You weren't perceiving something the way that Spirit was perceiving it, and you decided to make a decision for yourself. And they were like, we've been telling you about this shit for however long. You know what I'm saying? Look up the spiritual usages of basil and cilantro. Basil is really all-purpose about a lot of things, okay? So I definitely think that for you, Amy, what's going on is that, like, you had to get on top of something. Amy, did I not say diamond? Did I not say diamond when it came down to that that other reading? Okay, the name diamond or actual diamonds could be significant. It gives me diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I feel like you were like focused on the wrong thing. Okay, so clarity. No, you straight. Clarity, strength, and perseverance. Okay, but in reverse, like this is like confusion, weakness. Okay, and like lack of willpower. So this is you. They gave you the clarity, and you're like, no, like that don't make sense, but it did. And so this is the idea to where they were like, all right, we finna force her into that shit since she's not listening. It says, I can see clearly now about Johnny Nash, but in reverse, it's like you weren't seeing clearly. And when it comes down to the Hermit in reverse, okay, that is the idea of releasing something having to do with the medical field, having to do with like your physical body, what you're eating, having to do with a Virgo themselves, having to do with something that was not working in your routine, not working in your schedule. Your schedule was fucked up. You wasn't properly sleeping. You weren't able to do what you needed to do. So what's happening right now is Spirit, like you were eclipsed upon, my love. Yeah. It says selenite, but in reverse, okay? It says peace, serenity, and healing, but in reverse. We're done with the peace. Now it's war, okay? And we have this full moon in Aries. Now it's war. Things are not serene, okay? And it's like wounding. So it's like Spirit kind of like wounded you a little bit, or they made you feel that way in order for you to really like actually get into the vibe of that, okay? So reverse, okay? It says, are you isolating to the point of sabotaging relationships, work, or other parts of your life? So yeah, you were not doing what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So there were relationships and people that you didn't need to be around anymore. There could have been a job that you weren't supposed to be around anymore, okay? And there's parts of your life that just did not fit into what you were trying to say. It literally says be realistic. The deck is telling you that you had to be for real. And what's happening to you and why you feel like you deserve it is because like Spirit is telling you to be for real. Do you really need this separation, or are you just ignoring reality? Okay, so you have been ignoring the way that like things were supposed to be happening. Okay, Lilo and Stitch could be significant. Okay, that there's a man in your energy reading could definitely be significant for you. That's on the tube. Okay, it says do some digging and see if something is holding you back, and they're telling you that there was something holding you back, and you got very clear instructions about leaving it alone, and you didn't listen. So do some digging and see if something is holding you back. Remember that starting is always the hardest part. It says you can never hold back spring by Tom Waits. There's something that you literally should have gotten rid of in like spring. You should have gotten rid of something by the end of like Gemini season. So you should have ended something between March and June. Okay? And especially with that Gemini energy. So but you hadn't, you know what I'm saying? And they're letting you know that Earl Grey tea in a roaring fireplace. Things are going to be different for you by the time it gets cold. Well, you live in Canada. So I don't fucking know how the weather infrastructure goes over there. But there's something about like the winter time. By then you'll be fine, okay? But as of right now, Earl Grey is also full of bergamot. Okay, so look up the spiritual meaning of bergamot. Bergamot is very good for removing financial blockages and opening your roads to finances. I also fucking love the taste and smell of bergamot. Okay, so you're gonna be fine. But what's going on right now in Spirit is just like they kind of tagging your ass up a little bit. Okay, it says lack of reflection. Okay. Loss of individuality and not approaching completion. Like this is, you were going to do the same shit over and over and over again, okay? And they needed you to be an individual and they needed you to do some reflection, but like you hadn't done it, okay? The Empress in reverse. Now that it's Libra season as well, this is you not being in your divine feminine bag. Like you weren't receiving the messages, you know what I'm saying? You were receiving them and not doing anything with that reception. I'm gonna go beg them now. I'm sorry, I don't hear too good. Amy, that shit has me crying. Okay, and it says, if you got yourself into a mess, consider how to move forward and create change. So I'm going to be honest, they're telling you that you did this to yourself. But that's what eclipses do. They are karmic fast forwards, they're karmic rewinds. You did do this to yourself by not listening. So, and they also don't necessarily take too kindly to the idea of, you said, now what did I do? And they said, bitch, this is what you did. So, it's okay. It says, if you got yourself into a mess, Amy, consider how to move forward and create change. There is some repression at play, but your feelings are going to demand to be felt until you give in. So listen up. So they're forcing you to feel what the fuck they were trying to get you to feel over the last however many months since Gemini season. Okay, reconnect to nature is beautiful wildness. Get your hands dirty and repair your roots. If you need to take your hair down or do something different with your hair, do it. If you need to get back into your divine feminine routines, like getting your nails done like you just did, do it. Okay, if you need to go outside, okay, excuse me, do it. Do it. Do it, do it, do it now. Lick it good. Look this just like you should. Right now. That's so fucking funny, Amy. They also may be wanting you to focus on something that is not necessarily this. You may not be in your most divine feminine. They kind of want you to change your relationship with sex. Okay? You also need to take your ass outside. It says the divine in reverse and Venus's number. You haven't been doing what you're supposed to do, taking care of yourself. But you're going to be fine. By Sagittarius season, you'll be all right. Not throwing right now with tears in my eyes. Okay, throwing ass and I'm talking about some throwing throwing ass right now with tears in my eyes. That's real, and you're gonna be fine. I'm telling you, by the time we get to Sagittarius season, you're gonna be a whole new bitch. You're gonna be fine. New creativity, new things to learn, new philosophies. You're good. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Archangel Michael. I sever the connection between you. Didn't and let that man go. Whoever this Aries, Leo, Sag placement man is, they only want you for simplicity. And you don't need that right now. Yup. The eclipse that showed you something about it. Okay. That full moon in Aries right now, the men are feral right now. Okay. Now what I walk into, talking about some ayo, you know what's going on. Avocado could also be significant. Okay. It's an avocado. Like somebody is not thoughtful. I sever the connection between mine and Amy's energy. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Tala. Tala, let me know if you're here, honey. I know that you said love life in general. Okay, let me double check your question specifically. If anybody else is interested in getting a personal reading done here on Live Readings are $20 today, and y'all will be third on the list. Well, right now I'm on Tala, so you'll be next after Tala. Okay, you're welcome, honey. Friend, you're going to be disappointed I missed that boy, unfortunately. Jay, you have me fucking crying. Okay. Also, y'all, getting y'all toes done could be very, very significant. Hold on, I'll be right back to check. You have me fucking crying. Okay. Also, y'all, getting y'all toes done could be very, very significant. Hold on, I'll be right back to check her question. Significant. Hold on, I'll be right back to check her question. Never messing with a Leo man again. I understand. Leo men are they are the baddest bitches. That's really what that is. They're very much so very much so that. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Let's go and see what's going on. Okay. Now he got me in a chokehold. Girl, release. Loose. Tapping in, Archangel Raphael, Divine Archangel, in regards to Tala, no malefic spirits, no trickster spirits. I pray for very, very clear and accurate messages in regards to Tala. Thank you so much for providing these messages and keeping the channel closed off from any and all malefic spirits, trickster spirits, okay? So in terms of love life flowing, okay, and things being general, I'm going to pull a general message first, but generally they want me to pull one of these for you. Okay, so for one, the fact that I'm even picking up the moon deck lets me know that moon wise, okay, the full moon in Aries today, okay, it could be about the eclipses, okay, it could be about the full moon in Aries today, or that new moon in Libra is deeply affecting all of these things, okay. So let's see what's going on. Archangel Raphael, messages in general for Tala right now. Let's see, and I'm on my moon, yeah, as of midnight last night, yeah. So you got new moon in Taurus in reverse, okay? Prosperity lies ahead, okay? New moon in Taurus. Okay, so this is going to happen during Taurus season. Okay, so what they're telling you general right now, there's some things that are trying to shift and change. You're going to get a taste of this at the full moon in Taurus that we have on during Scorpio season, November 5th. Okay, so that could be very, very significant. But as of right now, there's something that you're trying to rush towards, and they're wanting you to be careful. So prosperity lies ahead, but you can't rush it. Okay, so there is some sort of like new money or like, you know, new position or something of that nature, but they don't want you to rush towards that. The prosperity is indeed right there, but they don't want you to do too much. Okay, so that could be very significant. There's some things in your life that you need to reorganize and clean up first in order for that to happen, and they kind of want you to just kind of like watch out for that. So in a general aspect, okay, there's something about you changing your relationship with money. It's currently Libra season. Okay, I know that you have a Taurus Venus, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And I definitely think that this could also be changing your relationship with like luxury. You know, Venus is the planet of money. Interesting. Watching out for that. Yeah. In the 10th house. Yeah. So definitely when it comes down to your relationship with money, you tie a lot of your sense of self and self-worth to what it is that you do. You know, say how much it is that you make, what you think of as success, you know, so they're wanting you to like think into that. Okay. So it says, we often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Okay, so as of right now, you could be worried about like how you feel about money. Okay, and they're letting you know that if you feel like money's kind of like not flowing right now, this is all one of those like cyclical things. Okay, because by Scorpio season you'll be fine, and really by Taurus season next year things will be completely different. You'll be fine. Okay, but as of right now, Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want, so you can have the creature comforts you want. Okay, so this could have to do with you doing money magic, okay, or rather just like learning deeper into like what does or doesn't, sure, what does or doesn't, I'm step up, you're right, what does or doesn't have to do with your finances. What I can tell y'all, I mean, I have to step out the side to garden. You know how TikTok be. New career and everything. Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Okay, but they just want you to know that as of right now, like I feel like the magic is already working for you. I don't necessarily feel like you need to be doing money magic. I honestly feel like this is you letting stuff build, letting stuff happen the way that it wants to. Okay, Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want, so you can have the creature comforts that you want. Okay, so remember though, you could also be getting a pet soon. Remember though that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. That's also what like this is about. This feels like jealousy about money. This could be from a boss, a Taurus. It could be a Taurus, a boss. It could be a coworker. It could be somebody that has some sort of like stake in your finances, or they know what you do for work. Okay, there's some people here who are kind of feeling like she thinks she all that. Okay, don't worry about it, but they're letting you know to kind of keep your prosperity to yourself, keep your financial business and work business to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people who are kind of feeling like a little bit triggered by you and your success. Okay, so keep the new things that you got going on, information about your boards and all that, keep that shit to yourself. Okay, ham could be significant. Somebody may not eat pork. Okay, that goes back to, somebody may not eat pork and things of that nature. That could be very significant. Okay, yeah, dinosaurs could be very, very significant. Okay, this could also be somebody old. This could be somebody this could be like a boss. You always going through it when your boss is being fake to you. Okay, this could be a higher up, a boss being fucking weird. Okay, and kind of like jealous of you. Okay, I want you to know that. You talking about some girl? Is that accurate? Yeah. How many years have we been reading together, Tala? It's been like 4 years. Has it been like 4 years? I'm telling you, like, this right here, somebody is wishing for what you got. Somebody wants what you have. It says getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Okay, so yeah, they want you to value something outside of money. They want you to find other things, hobbies. You have all these talents and gifts. You are a poet. You're a beautiful artist. Okay, I know that you start, like you got stuff going on. You're a beautiful poet. You're a beautiful artist. Okay, they want you to kind of focus in on that. You don't have to commodify your hobbies. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sell things. You don't have to do any of that. I've been saying I want to do other things. You should. This is a confirmation, and it's green. We're talking to Archangel Raphael. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you find your joy and help you like find your passion. It's the truth. Like you showed me that drawing, that painting. I was like, ooh. Okay, so getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. So you're worried about how things are happening financially, but Spirit got you. Okay, Archangel Raphael has you. Okay, one office that I'm thinking of, I'm debating on leaving, you know, and that may be the best thing for you. Okay, it says take some time out to pamper yourself, get back into, if you haven't got your nails done, even if it's a nice you know, manicure, short, you know, I get it. I know you know, you work in the hospital, I get it. He was a doctor, you know what I'm saying, I get it, you know. And this is the idea, like getting your hair done, going to do what you need to do, you know what I'm saying. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Okay, you will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Okay, so don't rush it. Okay, you're building up wealth, generational wealth. You're building up something that's going to last a long time. You don't want it to come that fast, okay, because then it's going to leave that fast. Okay, start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. So start to like put more stuff in your savings, okay, and let it you know, appreciate, let it do what it do on its own. So don't trip. Okay, don't trip. It says get or give a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. You may need to go to see a masseuse. You may need to go to the spa. You may be like, I don't have money for that. I'm telling you, the money is going to come. They want you to take care of yourself. Just pray on it. Okay, so generally this is about money, finances, changing what it is that you do. Okay, and when it comes down to love and relationships, okay, when it comes down to love and relationships, okay, I'm going to answer your question in terms of why has C's energy been like flowing through your life like that as of right now. Okay, and honestly, it says, what is this? The offering, and it's sideways. Okay, so this is the offering. This is what this looks like. Okay, we have the offering sideways, and XLIV. What is that? Not XL, LXIV. Because XL is the 40. This has to be what? 54? 64? Let's see. Okay, it says the offering. So in terms of that, this might be that energy of somebody trying to, like, her energy has been popping up for you, particularly because she may be trying to, like, 1144. She may be trying to like reach a hand out energetically. She might be trying to communicate with you in your dreams. Mind you, it's that Pisces vibe. And now with this full moon in Aries that we have today, it's the cycles of the moon that's doing all this. Okay, this is like liminal space. Okay, it says if there is a gift you've been thinking of giving someone special, now is the time. It's gonna have to do with, like, you know, birthdays that just passed and things of that nature. Happy belated again, even though several seasons passed. This could also be like, this could also be something having to do with how do I say that? What's the best way to say that, Spirit? I feel like this has to do with those eclipses. That Pisces eclipse that we just had on the 7th. Yeah, my candle's gonna go out. If you heard that sizzle, that's my protection candle sitting right next to me. Okay? You need to up your protection, and I think it's because the veil is thinning. Okay, the closer that we get to, you know, we're in October, the closer we get to Halloween, the thinner the veil is. And the veil was already thin as hell with that Pisces eclipse and then the fucking Virgo eclipse. It's just been a lot. Okay, so honestly and truly, like, this could also have to do with, like, her going through her emotions. But she might have been thinking about giving something to you, okay, or whatever the case may be. Okay, or thinking about a gift that you gave her that she may still have, or she may be thinking about if you still have something she gave, like a bracelet, a tie, something. It feels like a piece of clothing or jewelry. It says the gift, the present, and the sacrifice. Okay, so yeah, the gift, the present, and the sacrifice. It also gives me like there's no time like the present. Okay, so yeah, like something that she could be thinking about if you still wear a bracelet or something like that she gave you, or whatever the case may be. She has my ring from forever ago. Yeah, there could be something about that. She could be thinking about giving it back. Confirmation. That could be why she's popping up for you. She could be thinking about giving it back. Okay. It says, unlike many of the other cards in the deck, the offering carries a clear as day message and a call to action. Okay, as you may have guessed it, it's time for something to be given and given up for the sake of the bigger picture. So yeah, she's thinking about like closing off that cycle. If nothing comes to mind immediately, which it did, okay, though it's likely it will, take time and meditation to consider what must be offered and who is to receive it. Okay. It's likely you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. My candle just went out. Like, it's out right now. Like, the smoke is blowing as we speak. So this has to do with, like, you know, let's see. It's a cheap ass ring. Haha, it wasn't even a good one, but okay. But you know when people, like, when you were involved with somebody, it could even just be like a piece of paper. It could be a note, and someone's like, I wanted to give you your note back. Like, so this protection candle literally just burned out. Hopefully it's not hot as shit. Okay, this just burned out just now. Okay, and so I definitely feel like you need to increase your protection. Okay, thank you. I definitely think that you need to increase your protection, okay? My boyfriend just handed me a ham and cheddar wrap, okay? That could be significant. No, she has one of those too, okay? So, when it comes down to it, it's like you'll feel attachment and hesitancy. You'll make excuses. So yeah, she feels attachment to you still because y'all psychically connected, but she's hesitant about what the fuck this means still. Okay, you'll make excuses, but recognize the link between the word sacrifice and the word sacred. One leads to the other. When we offer up something to the greater good, we lighten our load and become more able to serve. Okay, imagine for a moment if you were to offer your whole self unconditionally to the world. For now, start small. So that might be some sort of small thing. You know, Odin could be significant. Odin's sacrifice of his eye in Norse mythology. So there's definitely things that she's like seeing and experiencing that may not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, make the most sense. But I feel like she could be thinking about giving you stuff back, or like, you know, like reaching out a hand to like close a cycle. So keep your protection up. The veil is thinning, and that's what that's about. It's been thin with that Pisces eclipse, and she's a Pisces, you know. So we're gonna get into love life in general. Okay, what advice do you have for Tala in regards to her love life? Whoop, on the floor. Tala, I kid you the fuck not. You're not being cuckoo. It's the veil being thin, you know. Like the Seven of Cups. This was the card that came up for the water signs reading for Mercury and Scorpio. So your advice about love, I'm gonna post this, okay? But the Mercury and Scorpio reading, particularly the water sign portion for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements, that is the absolute advice, okay, when it comes down to love and relationships right now. So I'm gonna tell it to you again. Your advice, okay, about love and relationships is you might be dating right now. There might be options in front of you, but right now you need to be judicious and cautious because there's somebody shiesty. Not everybody is who you think, okay? And people could like, everything is not what it seems. Wizards of Waverly Place. There could also be somebody who practices. You could be dating somebody who practices, but you don't know that. And there might be somebody who likes to do like magic on other people to make them more attracted, and like, but like in like a weird way. They might be like, you know. So yeah, I am dating but one person at the moment. So that's the thing. So what I want to tell you, everybody acted in like, but like in like a weird way. They might be like, you know. So yeah, I am dating but one person at the moment. So that's the thing. So what I want to tell you, your advice about dating is to make sure that you're not being like delusional about somebody, and making sure that you recognize like the different sides. And also please trust your dreams, okay? You could be feeling like your dreams have been a little shaky recently, but you need to trust your dreams, because I feel like somebody's going to like shed an aspect of skin, okay? So yeah, it just, you know, but you're also transforming the way that you date and the way that you see things, okay? So just be judicious and just be cautious, okay? It definitely says temptation might be hiding around the corner as you navigate your chosen path in relationships, okay? So be careful. There might be some people trying to bust your doonies down, okay? Distractions, okay, draw your attention. I channeled the song Distraction by Kehlani, okay? Kehlani like women, and so do you. And that's, listen to the song, okay? There might be some people distracting you. Dating could be distracting you, okay, from what it is that you need to do for yourself, okay? It could be somebody who sees you as a distraction, or you could be seeing somebody as a distraction, okay? Distractions draw your attention away from your heart-centered work, okay? So that's what they're talking about here, is that you're changing your relationship with money. You know what I'm saying? It is distracting me, okay? They're telling you, okay? In this moment, it's easy to find yourself torn between authenticity and self-sabotage, okay? So you want to ask yourself if you're being authentic in the way that you're dating, or torn between authenticity and self-sabotage, okay? So you want to ask yourself if you're being authentic in the way that you're dating, or if this is something distracting you from something else. They also want you to know, like, if the person that you're dating is being authentic to you, or if there's somebody who's like, you know, an agent of the end is what I heard. Anyway, remove yourself from the fog and observe as objectively as possible. So get yourself out of the dreaminess of dating or the dreaminess of that person, and like look at things objectively and ask yourself if that's making sense. You know what I'm saying? Authentic in the way I am, authentic in the way that you're dating, authentic in the way that you're dating, and authentic in the way that you are like seeing yourself in terms of like, should you be dating? It definitely says, does this feel true to my purpose? Does this person feel true to your purpose, your goals and dreams? Does dating, does relationships, you know what I'm saying, do relationships feel true to your purpose, your goals and dreams, okay? Where do you need clarity to remove, distill, and continue? Okay, this is about using your discernment and becoming aware, and also still, that's say submitting to divine will, but going along with divine will, okay? Maps by the yes, that's the way. They don't love you like I love you, way. They don't love you. Like, this might be somebody who is kind of like boa constrictor, wanting to wrap themselves around your energy, okay? So just watch out. A distance, or like somebody's willing to go and like travel and do this and that to see you, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. But because a buffet pile high with your favorite foods, it could also be somebody who has other people that they're talking to and things of that nature. But your advice about everything, popular loner on YouTube, it says y'all what's tea. It says pack dropping soon. So there's something about like messiness or gossip surrounding somebody. Okay, popular loner on YouTube could be significant. She's a reader. Wrap themselves around my energy. Yeah. Nine of Swords in reverse. They're telling you not to be anxious about the situation, but they're also telling you that you're not necessarily like healed from something. Okay, you're not fully healed from something that is like hurting you. So they're not telling you not to date. They just tell you don't get distracted. Okay. Yeah, they also tell you to put it in the music, put it in the poetry, put it in the art, okay? This is you right now. It's a Page of Swords. They want you to start thinking about new types of people today and what it is that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? They want you, affirmation says, my spirit encourages me in all that I do, period. So spirit in general is also encouraging you to date and to like explore. They're just telling you to like don't get serious. This is not the time for no serious shit, okay? Keep it cutesy. Keep it cutesy. You know what I'm saying? And if you sing a little Uchi Wally, just make sure that you being safe. And that's something that you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? I literally said I can't be serious with them. Exactly. So yeah, you've been in a romantic situation that has caused you to freak out in fear. Assess how far you've come already in terms of dating and love. The worst has already passed. It's up to you to reset to a headspace of hopefulness, okay? There are good things to come in love and relationships. You need to shed the past and let it remain there. So like I said, you're not fully done healing. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I need to balance my life. Exactly. Yeah, you're not fully done healing. There's still some stuff that's hurting you right now. And so they want you to just, they just want you to, lock in, tap in. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Rhodonite could be very, very significant for you using rhodonite, okay? You're avoiding a difficult choice in regards to love and relationships. Sometimes it's helpful to ask why you're struggling to move on from a situation that's not in your favor. This could have to do with C. You're on the ends. They're telling you that it's okay for you to date. They're just telling you to not be too serious. They're wanting you to explore. You know what I'm saying? Other times it is helpful to make the leap and assess later from the safety of someplace new. Consider which path may be best for you. The one you're on isn't doing you any good. So yeah, this person may also not be the person. They may want you to date somebody else. Okay? Because you and this person may not be the most intellectually compatible. You and old girl, I feel like you and old girl not the most intellectually compatible. She might be romantic, you know what I'm saying? But she also may have like a husband, okay? Or like a man. I don't know. I'm just a messenger, okay? Yeah, she could definitely have like a man, like a toxic ex, or like a somebody, okay? 11:55 on the clock. There's something that she still got wrapped up in, and you know what I'm saying? Nah, sorry, Amy. You're so no, she's Gemini moon, so all we do is intellectually talk. If that's the case, then I personally feel like there's something about this individual that you don't fully know. And I definitely think that they're wanting you to be honest, insightful, and frank. Frank Ocean could be significant. This apprentice embodies a feminine energy whose strength is found in clear communication and an openness to ideas. So when it comes down to dating, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to, it is her ex-boyfriend? Okay. When it comes down to dating, they want you to be clear in your communication, be clear in your boundaries, be clear about what you are able to give emotionally, how emotionally available you are, you know what I'm saying, versus how maybe not emotionally available, Be bold in your personal expression. Look out for opportunities, okay? Stay curious and alert. Okay, so they want you to be curious. It's a go ahead and date, girl. It says, why not take a risk? Try public speaking, start a blog or podcast, or initiate conversations with people you find intimidating. You could be dating somebody that you find intimidating, but really it's going to challenge you. It's going to light your Gemini up. Ooh. Okay, think of it as an exploration phase, a time to be bold, because isn't that what all of life is anyway? So they want you to explore. Go ahead, start a little experiment on a date. Okay, blue tiger's eye could be very significant for you. You're going through a period of enlightenment when it comes down to your dating, okay? And you're going through a metamorphosis. Ants could also be very, very significant for you. Hunter by Becca Mancari, and it says bubbly shampoo. There's something about you cleansing your crown chakra. If you need to wash your hair, okay? You want to do a little, a little cleansing wash, okay? A little cleansing wash and get any type of blockages. I have to clear any romantic blockages from your crown chakra, okay, and rinse it out. The person I'm dating is creating internal conflict to date casually. Yeah, Yeah, and the person that you're currently dating, okay, it's been so many convos. The person that you're currently, what advice do you have for her about the person she's currently dating? Four of Pentacles. Okay, okay, this person could definitely, they could definitely be somebody who would like hold on to you. You can kind of keep, you can keep talking to this person, you know what I'm saying, but it's not giving the long run. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This person is not, you're going to see that y'all have some foundational differences, okay, particularly around like November, okay, around November you may definitely be recognizing that this person is not, you know, this person may not be as like generous as you think, okay, or as like helpful or as like humanitarian as you like to think. I feel like it could be the people they hang around or there's certain shit, okay. Page 10, 9, 8 of Pentacles. I just don't think it's going to work out. Yeah, I just feel like this person is more so like a for show person. They're telling you that as of right now, like I said, it's not at all long term. You will not be talking to this person for crazy long, but you can still talk to them for now. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. The pursuit of stability, unfortunately, it can distort into greed, selfishness, and a scarcity mindset. So I feel like this person has a scarcity mindset. Their financial and physical goals are worthwhile, but be wary of spending too much time or money by yourself. They may have like a weird relationship with money. Complex part is that she's part of my friend community. Yeah, very kind, but she has a weird relationship with like money. You might feel alone in your endeavors. Maybe you're the breadwinner of your family, or maybe you're a breaker of intergenerational trauma around finances, and you need to be surrounded by supportive, loving hands. How can you get more trustworthy, solid people on her team? She might do better as a friend, you know what I'm saying, than as a partner, which is why I was like, you can hold on to her, but this is not somebody that you need to be, you know what I'm saying. The name Zishan could be significant, okay? The name Lagari could be significant because somebody named Zishan Lagari just tried to get into my live. Yeah, I would prefer it eventually. Yeah, I can see that. As long as you know what I'm saying. All in all, it says feeling stuck and unable to move forward in regards to this individual. You may find yourself wanting to blow up what feels mundane right now, but now is not the time to try something new. Dig deep and follow through with whatever annoyances you are avoiding. Instead of abandoning a task or routine, release your frustration through a primal animal howl, then return to the routine and follow through. This person might be one of those people who would kind of only be good in like if you was trying to get a itch scratched. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This person probably, but they would be a little bit too dedicated. So I'm not saying that I advise that you would not drop no uchiwale on this individual. I do not believe you should drop any uchiwale on this young lady. Okay? And the reason why and mind you, the birds talking about some, they ain't said shit this whole time. So I just would like to say that Archangel Raphael, Archangel Raphael is saying that you likely should not drop. What does that mean? That makes sense. Okay. Downstairs, okay? Don't drop no pee, you know what I'm saying? Uchiwali. Don't drop none of that on her, okay? Y'all don't, it's not the, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you know, that's all. Yes, that is my AAVE, which I would not apologize for ever. But yes, I apologize now for just not, understand. But yeah, keep it P, don't drop the P. No, don't drop it on her. This is the idea. Do not engage in intercourse with that young lady. You can. I'm letting you know they're going to be a little attached, okay? You have the choice to, but you have to recognize that she's going to be a little attached more than you need. Not, oh no, that already happened. Well, here it is. Tala, you said, oh no, that already happened. That shit is so funny. Yeah, you dropped that with your wallet on her, Tyler. Now she not gonna let go. I'm actually hearing "Can't Let Go" by Anthony Hamilton. Okay, Aquarian energy going on. I know. We love to see it. Well, good for you, Tyler, but also protect yourself, okay? Because she's a little. Okay. Now she really prays. I'm crying. I said, oh no. She bowed. Tyler, you got that. Tyler, you got that on you, girl. She about to be that lady from that Martin movie. Nah, she bow. Okay. And the Uchiwali Award goes to Tala. Yes. I will be shipping your Uchiwali Award, your Uchiwali to the to New York City. Yes. I will be shipping your Uchiwali Award, your Uchiwali to the to New York City. Yeah, boo, she's attached. That's what I have for you. They just letting you know, do not make this a thing, okay? And I haven't since. I mean, that was last week, okay? Yeah, boo. Locked in. Tights, okay? Locked in. This might be somebody who literally at some point would start doing shit, like, just shit that you don't necessarily like. This might be somebody who would end up, like, real freaked out about you, and now they're just trying to do shit, okay? Hey! Yeah. Like I said, slowly start to like dwindle that energy down to friendship. Slowly. For research, yes. Hey Trey. But that's what I have for you, Tala. I saw the connection between mine and Tala's energy. Thank you, Archangel Raphael. I needed that. That was so funny. Okay, if anybody else is interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, readings are $20. My list is open. I'm going to pull one final card of advice before I get up off of here. That shit has me crying. That shit has me crying. Okay? That shit has me crying. I can't. The men folks out. The men folks are out. The men folks are out. Okay? So, yeah. I'm going to pull this card of advice and then Jay will be up. Okay? So, yeah. What can the collective expect from today? Well, Tyler, we're back to that. Okay? I put it back and shuffled and everything. So the collective today, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. What I can tell y'all is that, men folks, I'm crying, Jay. I got you, hun. What I can tell y'all is that today y'all could be expecting like changing your view around money and finances. Y'all could definitely be like spending money on the things that you may need to spend your money on, okay? And you may be changing the way that you see money and finances, okay? So put a little money away for your savings, do what it is that you need to do, okay? And don't worry about it. Also, some of y'all may be eating organically, okay? Or like spending money on something organic that you need, okay? And that is okay. Y'all could also be kind of like feeling a little about a Taurus or like about a financial or monetary venture, okay? Whatever the case may be, okay? So also y'all definitely need to cleanse, okay? Especially if you're feeling weird energy spiritually, definitely cleanse, open up the windows, okay? I'm finna get into Jay's reading about the men folk, okay? So you're trying to see what the men folk is doing, okay? Messages about the men folk. Tapping in, Santísima, okay? Tapping into La Santa Muerte, if that feels significant for you. No malefic spirits, no trickster spirits, welcome in this space. Santísima. In regards to Jay, in regards to Jahaila, what is going on in terms of these men folk, okay? What messages you need to tell her? It could be this one. I miss my smart shit. I'm crying. What messages do you have for her about her smart shit? My collective is funny as hell. I be on here really laughing. For real. That girl said, oh no. There's somebody from my high school trying to get back at me. Okay. So let's see. What's going on with smart shit? We're going to see with the high school nigga. Okay, so smart shit. Things are happening very fast, okay? This person could be communicating with you soon whenever Mercury gets into Sagittarius. So after the 29th, okay? So October 29th into like all of November because we got a fucking retrograde. So between October 29th and like December, like the end of December, this person could definitely be trying to communicate with you, okay? This person could also be doing some sort of like move or transition, okay? So with the star, I don't think that things between you and this person are necessarily like over and done with, okay? It says, excuse me, $1,500 for a crack. That's what came down on my lemonade, okay? So there might be something, broken phones, cracked screens, okay? But I definitely think that y'all will at least have another conversation of some kind, okay? But this is a Mercury and Sagittarius card, okay? Remember his mama, the lady. I understand. When it comes down to it, okay? About smart shit, Okay, Eight of Wands, this is travel, this is vacation, this is holiday, okay? Change is in the air, and a feeling of forward momentum is palpable in regards to this individual, okay? In regards to smart shit, okay? Whether it's achieving goals, pursuing new ideas, or traveling somewhere you've never been, there's a burst of energy begging to let loose, so let it, okay? If you feel intimidated, remember that change is not always difficult, and even if it is, difficulty isn't inherently a bad thing. You have every reason to believe you will succeed. Like, he may be going out to do something. He may be moving, achieving the goals, moving somewhere, doing something, okay? Something, a big, fast change that's going to be happening for him, okay? He might be rebuilding something for himself, okay? You have every reason to believe that you will succeed, okay? So with Lemurian quartz, okay, awakening, change, sudden movement, Dancing in the Dark by Lucy Dacus could be significant, and a struck match. So this person is definitely still attracted to you. Y'all still definitely have that fire going on, okay? But this kind of gives like something that was like temporary. They weren't supposed to be a part of your story, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's trying to graduate. Yeah, this person is focused on that. Awakening, change, and sudden movement. There might be something, y'all are definitely not done communicating with each other though. Okay, there's something about it, but he has some other shit to focus on, some other shit to do. But I would be lying if I said that I feel like this is the last time that y'all like y'all are never gonna like talk again for real. That's not the case, you know what I'm saying? But with the star energy, Aquarius energy, this could have to do with like winter, between October 29th and like into like winter. Okay, something about that. It says, even on the darkest of nights, there is a shimmer of light in the sky. They are not always easy to see or feel, but the stars remain steady and glittering. Within them, there is hope and peace to be found. You are still spiritually connected to this individual. There's something about him that is definitely very significant to you and your pathway. And you know I don't even necessarily be saying that about you nigga like that. So this is very much so real, okay? Yeah, pause and look beyond whatever is clouding your connection to your higher self. Now is the time to listen to your inner voice, the calming heavenly space where clarity abounds. There is no need for action in regards to him. You got to let shit be. This is more so a character building and development situation, okay, about yourself and the way that you see men and masculines, okay? That's why I was like, why can't let him go? Can't Let Go by Anthony Hamilton. It seems to be the channel song of the day, okay? Hey, Zoe, welcome in, okay? Aquarius energy, okay? But what I can tell you is that there is no need for action in regards to him. Now is a time for revelry in hope and wonder, okay? A peace found in unknowing. Rest under the light of the stars, okay? So yeah, you're supposed to be all dreamy and shit like that because it's supposed to soften you up, okay? It's supposed to soften you up in regards to it. But there's definitely a door or portal of some kind that's going to be open like this winter. Aquarius season, we're going to have that Aquarius eclipse that's going to be happening in February, okay? But Celestite, okay, could be super, super significant. Celestine, which is Mama Tina's name. So Beyonce Mama could be significant, okay? Louisiana Creole people could be significant. It says supernatural guidance, okay? Insight and meditation. Supernatural guidance, insight, and meditation could be very, very significant, okay? So yeah, Spirit is telling you that there's something about him, okay, that you're supposed to be figuring out for yourself, like how you feel about him. He's there to like inspire some sort of like thought into you, okay? It says Visions by Jose Gonzalez, okay? Slick vinyl boots and sun-warmed desert rocks, okay? So yeah, this is about like, he's supposed to wake something up. It says harmony, balance, and celestial inspiration. Girl, the stars is doing this right now. The astrology of right now, and your Scorpio ass is thinking about him, okay? That's exactly what this is about. So smart shit is definitely, you need to just take a rest, you know, like, you know, just chill. But there's definitely, that's not done, okay? When it comes down to Mr. High School, okay, what advice do you have for Jay in terms of Mr. High School, okay? Absolutely not. This full moon in Aries, I told her I was going to hide from him if I see him. Girl, he's supposed to make you, you know what I'm saying, think about some things. That's all, you know, they tell you to take a step back in regards to in regards to smart shit. Mr. High School, this fucking full moon in Aries is what's bringing this motherfucker up, okay? Aries, Leo, Sag energy, or just hypersexual. Mr. High School, he's trying to you, okay? Yeah. This is somebody egoic, okay? Hyper masculine, okay? Or really just somebody who like thinks that this gives me somebody who's like free Tory Lanez. This is what this feel like. Absolutely not. This is a man somewhere calling Chris Brown his big brother on the internet. That's what this is. Tearing his ass up. I don't like this individual. Immediately, I don't like this individual. Immediately, I don't like this individual. This is somebody who like, Diddy music still good. I still like R. Kelly. Fuck no. Okay, stay away. This is not a good idea. It's not a good idea. It says, what about the educator boy? Oh my gosh. And when it comes down to him, mind you, the reason that Mr. High School, they said it really doesn't even matter. Old classmates, it really doesn't even matter. High school is not there. And when it comes down to educator boy, that gives me preacher boy from Sinners, okay? And Sinners kept coming up for who? Fire signs? Okay. Educator boy. I've asked about educator boy. 12 on the clock. This keeps coming up for you. There's a need, like, you're kind of waking up out of stuff. You're getting back into the life of, like, dating, communication, talking. You know what I'm saying? The educator boy do go to church. Not preacher boy. Not him either. Yeah. You're thinking about these boys because of the transits, okay? But with that Four of Swords in reverse and the Champion of Swords in reverse, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, educator boy, he be kind of lying. He a little weak-willed, okay? He not that confident. And this could also be, like, of course, like, you know, classmates, schoolmates, group project situation. I feel like he got some other shit going on. And I feel like that's something that might be, like, not say like a lifelong thing, but that may last a little longer than you trying to be around for. He's coming up as the Knight of Swords in reverse. He's coming up as Strength in reverse. He's coming up as the King of Swords in reverse. Like, this person is not as, like, intelligent as they make things seem. Page 10, 9, 8 of Swords in reverse. They tell you not to worry. Free yourself. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead with someone else. Okay? So this is somebody who will play with your fucking time. Okay? Yeah. Somebody who would play with your fucking time. Okay? This person, what is this, a fox? Originally I thought this was a raccoon. Okay? So this person could be coon-like. Okay? They could participate in coon-like behavior. That's why I was telling D-Man I do not want these folks. I want smart shit. That's real. Smart shit seems that is not for puppies. And you see, that also gives me the song Mutt by Not for Puppies. That's also giving me a song Mutt by Leon Thomas, okay? And Leon Thomas is a Leo. She said, take your time, what's the rush? Ooh, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Okay? Hot chocolate with nutmeg. It says, this reversal is a gentle nudge to consider where you're busying yourself for no other reason than distraction. This person would just this person would be a distraction. This was about Mercury and Scorpio, but these are personals. Yeah. So this right here, in regards to educator boy, he's a distraction, or he will be using you as a distraction. Take a moment to assess where you're spinning your wheels without any movement forward. Be honest with yourself, okay? Yeah, shit would not go anywhere. This person would be playing with your fucking time, wasting your time. Yeah, this is the Mercury and Scorpio reading. I just moved y'all, so we're getting our Wi-Fi and shit like that set up real soon, okay? Educator boy met me at the bars when I went out one night. I can see that. Yeah, this is somebody who, like, will want hoes, but they have, like, a low self-esteem. You may be approaching certain issues in your life with unchecked power imbalances, aggression, or even tyranny. Like, this is somebody who would try to, like, run you in a very biblical manner. Look at what's going on when you encounter triggers and interrogate the motivation behind your frustrations. What's really pecking at you? Whatever it is, you're tempted to misplace your upset. Don't. This might be somebody who just get. He was saying he never forgot me. That motherfucker is looking for somebody to manipulate. Absolutely not. Final messages of advice for Jay in regards to love. Okay. Thus far, smart shit, the only one that came up right. Okay? I'm going back to my smart shit. Okay? Yeah. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Things are going to get easier in terms of love and relationship. And around fucking, we have the full moon in Aries right now. Okay? That's why you're thinking about men and masculines. Okay? But this is also, like, exploring. Okay? Like, that's why men and masculines are coming up. It's that full moon in Aries. But Sagittarius season will be different in regards to you dating. So your final advice in regards to love and relationships and all of the men folk. Okay? This is things getting easier for you. Okay? Bloodstone could be very, very significant. All right, you're being called to restore, okay, redirect and motivate yourself. Okay, you're on the mend after a period of financial struggle, or you might be experiencing a spiritual low. Okay, don't forget to tend to yourself as you recover from hard times, and don't lose who you are in the process of self-discovery, acquiring wealth, or changing lifestyles. You're expanding, not abandoning your inner self. They're telling you to still do what the fuck you got to do. Okay, they tell you to do what it is that you need to do for your money and finances and start integrating dating into your life if that's what you want to do, but just move smart about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't lose, you know what I'm saying, like who it is that you are at the core whenever these things start coming around, okay? Champion of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag placement person, okay? The Champion of Wands is here to turn the apprentice's inspiration into reality, okay? Gallop, full force, Megan Thee Stallion could be significant. I'm hearing Savage by Megan Thee Stallion, okay? I'm also hearing, oh, I'm gonna have to listen to that as soon as I get off. I'm gonna have to listen to it. Oh my God, what am I thinking of? Oh, Hot Girl Summer, I ain't fucking with no drama. He was tripping, so I hung out with his partner. Fucked me good, introduced me to his mama. Thought he had me till I came out with the condom. Drinking Douce out the motherfucking bottle. Captain Hook, I'm a rapper, not no motherfucking model. Got a nigga, but I think I have another. I'm too sexy to be fucking undercovers, okay? I know you know me, I ain't gotta introduce shit. Same crew, I ain't hanging with no new bitch. I'ma buy it when I land, I rock new shit. I ain't worried about that nigga, I got new dick, okay? That's exactly what's going on. Do you know you're Megan? I do. Yeah. Yeah. Please don't try, little bitch, you know I'm with that. I'll break a hoe in half like a Kit Kat. Please don't ask me about it if you know I did that. Not a stylist, but I'll push your fucking wig back. That's exactly how you need to be moving right now. Particularly that song. Okay? And with Captain Hook in general, you may be, and this is a horse, you very much so may end up, and I know you don't necessarily move like that, Jay, but there might be some Captain Hooks in your vicinity. Do not be swayed. But there might be some Captain Hooks in your vicinity. Do not be swayed. Do not be swayed. I'm just letting you know, friend. Okay? Gallop full force toward your dreams with your passion, energy, and practical skills. Taking calculated risk will catapult you into a new realm of learning. Stay mindful of your impulses. I told you the pregnant is in there. Stay mindful of your impulses and be aware of your own hunger to jump ahead. Okay, make sure to bolster your joyful energy with practicality. Sunstone could be significant. Green tea, also green tea pang, could be significant. All right, so all in all right, don't be swayed. Okay, seeing a man about a horse. Okay, exactly. Everybody getting pregnant. It's that Jupiter in Cancer. I told y'all that earlier in the year. Everyone's gonna get pregnant. I told you that 7 months ago. And look, everybody fucking pregnant, getting married, starting out. People are having babies. Thank you, Something Simon, for these messages. I'm gonna pull one final card of advice. Okay, if anyone else is interested in getting a reading done on live, readings are $20. Okay, my list is open. I'm gonna pull some final advice and I'm gonna hop up off of here. Okay, you're gonna be on your best behavior. I sever the connection between mine and Jay's. Guys, let's see what's going on. Final messages of advice. Okay, what is it the collective needs to hear right now? If anyone else is interested in getting on my list, readings are $20. There's a lot going on. Oh, there might be a tower moment happening, y'all. Okay, so there might be something that you gotta let fall. Something has to fall apart, you gotta let it. Ooh, confirmation. Excuse me. Seven of Wands in reverse. Something may fall apart, you gotta let it. Some of y'all need to up your protection because there could be a man or masculine, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or just like a boss or something like that that's trying to like fuck with the timing of something. Somebody could be trying to fuck with your money. Okay, so yeah, if I was y'all, I would definitely be casting protection or praying for protection. Okay. So yeah, y'all's advice is you have grown up in a community with a lot of critical voices. Okay, you've grown up in a community with a lot of critical voices. You are used to having to fight for your opinion to be heard and you're exhausted. Look, those chakra blockages. There's something about somebody not listening to you. It could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo placement person who's aggressive. It could be a man or masculine. They don't have to be a man. They could just be very masculine the way they talk and do shit, okay? And this person doesn't listen to you. You are used to having to fight for your opinion to be heard and you're exhausted. Stop wasting your energy convincing others of something they are not willing to accept, and instead hold your power by accepting yourself as you are. My advice to y'all is if somebody is putting one of the phobias or isms onto you, don't engage with their energy. You can't convince somebody who's dead set on not believing you. Okay, Under the Table by Fiona Apple. That gives me On the Bed by Vicky Lowe. Under the Table by Fiona Apple. Okay, cinnamon, cloves, and ginger. All right, y'all could be using that in your protection. Okay, emphasis on the cloves. Okay, and the cinnamon, but protection, confidence, ancient wisdom. But this is sapphire, so that could be significant. The name as well as the herb. It is 12:21 on the clock. Okay, so cast y'all's protection and recognize that like you may know more than somebody around you, And if they're going to be ignorant about the shit, let somebody be ignorant, because that precious energy that you're wasting trying to make somebody accept you and believe in you could be better used with you making yourself better. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you and believing you could be better used with you making yourself better. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I fucked with y'all a long way. Y'all will see me back on live today because we have so much going on. This was my Mercury and Scorpio reading. But we also got to do our full moon in Aries, okay? Because the full moon in Aries is tonight, okay? So y'all will see me, whether it's here or on the tube. If you haven't checked me out on the tube, okay, when you leave here, like, go check out the tube. I don't know, like, at tarotteawkinny, okay? So I fucked with y'all a long way, and I will talk with y'all later. Bye.